Formula One moves away from Miami, bypasses Emilia-Romagna and comes for round 6 of the season at Monte Carlo. With the sad cancellation of the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, our thoughts and prayers are with everybody there with their terrible flooding. The Formula One circus respectfully cancelled the weekend, the correct decision. We move on now to 2 races in 2 weekends, Monaco and Spain before a 2-week break. Canada, then a 2-week break. Austria and Great Britain back-to-back before Hungary and Belgium take us to the summer break. Netherlands and Italy straight afterwards, followed then by Singapore, Japan, Qatar, United States as sprint races, Mexico, Brazil the last sprint race, and then Las Vegas and Abu Dhabi round out the season in November. In the Drivers' Championship, Max Verstappen leads by 14 points to Sergio Perez. Fernando Alonso is just now clear of Lewis Hamilton and Carlos Sainz. George Russell is sneaky up in that battle as well. Charles Leclerc only on 34 points. Lance Stroll, Lando Norris and Pierre Gasly round out the top 10. On the second page, it looks like Noah's Ark. 2 apiece for everybody as well. Nico Hülkenberg on 6. Bottas and Piastri on 4, 3 drivers on 2, that being Zhou, Tsunoda and Magnussen. Alexander Albon, the last driver with points. No points so far in their rookie years for Logan Sargent or Nick de Vries. In the Constructors' Championship, Red Bull lead the way by 122 points to Aston Martin. Mercedes are just behind them, but are clear of Ferrari, who are clear of both McLaren and Alpine, who have the same amount of points. Haas are 2 clear of Alfa Romeo, who are 4 clear of AlphaTauri. Williams, the last team, but does have 1 point to their name. Let's take a look around the Circuit de Monaco, a 2.074 mile circuit, 19 turns in total, 41.29 metre elevation change and just 1 DRS zone. A fan and driver's favourite. The lap begins coming out of Anthony Nose on a curved start straight and out towards turn 1. 210 metres for you on the brakes into Saint-Devote. Up the hill at Beau Rivage towards Massenet. Keep the car sort of as best straight as you can for a light dab of the brakes into Massenet at the top of the hill. Then it's into Casino Square before avoiding the bump on the left-hand side of the track downhill into the Mirabeau hairpin down to 2nd gear. Control the throttle as you come around the Lowe's hairpin or Fairmont hairpin, whichever you prefer. 30 miles per hour, the slowest corner on the track. Portier 1 leads into Portier 2 as well before you can get open the throttle as you come down through the tunnel section. Keep the car in as you adjust to the sunlight bursting in your eyes. Downhill braking zone into the Nouvelle chicane. Flick through as tight as possible. Opportunity to overtake is here. Down towards to back as well. Don't hit the bar on the outside as you flick the car through. Then try and keep a straight line by touching the barriers to the swimming pool chicane. Braking hard then as well. Provide a interesting little end to the lap at Rascasse as well. A tight sort of hairpin after a straight. Anthony Noakes as well, the tightest corner on the track. Booted hard towards the line with the DRS open, across the line, and that is a lap of Monte Carlo. Hello everybody, good morning wherever you are in the world and welcome to one of the greatest days in the motorsport calendar. 2 legs of the Triple Crown are completed here today. First up though, it's the 80th running of the Monaco Grand Prix. Later on, we'll be changing over as well for the 107th Indy 500. You can listen to that as well on the main USRN channel. You can also watch it on JB Motorsports as well. But right now, we're on JB Motorsports' YouTube stream. We're on also with USRN2. Alongside me in the commentary box as well for the pre-show, we've got Josh T is going to be with us in the box. Omi's with us as well. He'll be down in the pit lane. And coming up into the box, Megan Birch and Ian Birch returning to the stage as well for this weekend. Josh, let's start with you. Yesterday, gotta be said, one of the greatest qualifyings in a long, long time. Certainly one of the best I've ever seen. Constant drama. You never knew what was going to happen next. And hopefully the race is going to be the same.
Yeah, it really was. Hopefully we have chaos, but not chaos to delay us from the Indy 500, which is coming up later on. The broadcast starting 4 PM or 4:30-ish.
Depending on whether what happens with the rain gods, yeah.
Well, there was a lightning strike around 10 minutes ago, around 20 miles outside of the circuit. The big storm that we are worried about is around 24 to 30 miles out, 40 kilometers for anyone using kilometers-ish as well. But yeah, a lot of strikes. Zooming in on the storm, focusing on it, is averaging around 30 strikes per minute.
So
at its current time.
Yeah, not looking good for the start of the race. Fingers crossed that it's only going to be a light shower. Nothing to repeat last year. Although, Omi as well, maybe a little bit of repeat of last year wouldn't be so bad, because it did give us one of the best races of the season. A wet Monaco is certainly sometimes better than a dry Monaco. So we've been watching this morning all of the support races as well across F3, F2. Porsches were definitely the more eventful of them as well. So we've sort of got a mix, haven't we? What are you most looking forward to coming into Monaco, and how do you want the day to play out?
Well, a bit of rain in there would be good, but a bit of rain that doesn't delay anything would be great. So then we're getting a great F1 race at Monaco, and then we're also getting a great Indy 500 without being delayed as well. So it would be, so it would really be a good. So I guess we can all just hope that we have a good one here. But obviously qualifying yesterday, one of the best that I've definitely seen as well, Josh. So that was absolutely great. Absolutely loved it. Quite a bit happening. We didn't even know who was going to get pole right till the last second. No one expected Verstappen to do it right at the end after seeing his second sector 2/10 down. So he really turned it around right in the last sector. Alonso was having a bad last sector. So it was a combination of Verstappen running right to the wall and maximizing his last sector, and Alonso having a very bad one. So Verstappen was just able to take it right at the end, and it's such a crucial pole position to have where it's really hard to overtake. Even Formula 3 was struggling to make overtakes, and all of the series really. So for Formula 1 it's going to be really difficult, but hopefully we are going to have a great race today. A bit of rain could change it though, and yeah, it's going to be hopefully a great race before we obviously get to the Indy 500 coming up later on today.
51 minutes until the session gets underway as well for the Grand Prix. We'll be going down to the pit lane soon as well. Let's go straight over to David Croft, however. He's got some news.
8 laps of, shall we call it, tactically interesting racing. It's not going to be an overtaking fest, but don't let that dampen your enthusiasm for the Monaco Grand Prix, where Max Verstappen could notch up his 2000th lap in the lead of a Formula 1 Grand Prix, and he could also bag win number 200 for car number 1. Valtteri Bottas has got it all to do. From 15th on the grid, he wasn't a happy man last night. Fernando Alonso, slightly happier, already playing mind games with Max Verstappen, and possibly looking forward to his first victory in Formula 1 in 3,668 days. By the way, the man who starts second on the grid has been more successful here in the last 7 years than the guy starting on pole. Esteban Ocon's third for the third time in his career. Carlos Sainz fourth for the fourth time this season. Lewis Hamilton's going for a record-equaling 8th Monaco podium, and Sergio Perez would like to note that Verstappen, Alonso and Schumacher in the past have all scored points when they've been last on the grid. Ted Kravitz, I want to see some cars out on the track. Nearly time.
Your wish is granted, Crofty. Here we go. The energy is starting to build. The tension is rising, and the green light is on at the end of the pit lane. So everybody is making their way to the Monaco grid. We're getting close to the Grand Prix now. All the mechanics have already made their way to the grid, so we can see on the right-hand side as the Alfa Romeo comes towards us of Valtteri Bottas. You can see on the right-hand side, the grid is set. Everything the mechanics need is on there, but who's going to be the latest winner? The first winner was Grover Williams in the Bugatti in 1929. The most recent, of course, Sergio Perez in the Red Bull. Here we go, an AlphaTauri of Yuki Tsunoda. Actually, that's Nick de Vries coming towards us. But Max Verstappen yesterday with the qualifying lap, arguably of the season. Incredible last sector. Max's lap had an average speed of 104 miles an hour. Just think about this. Think about how slowly they go around Mirabeau. Think about how slowly they go around the Lowe's hairpin. And it's an average speed of 104 miles an hour. Absolutely incredible. There he is. There's the world champion in that Red Bull with that incredible final sector. But he is going to face a driver in the form of Fernando Alonso with a good car, great race pace, and is well motivated. Here's Sergio Perez with the rebuilt Red Bull. But the race strategy says that the fastest way is to start on the medium tyre, go to between lap 30 and 38, then put the hard tyre on to the end. It is possible to go the other way for those maybe outside the top 5, start on the hard and then go to the medium. The soft, say Pirelli, is a possible race tyre. It's just unfortunate that none of the other teams agree with the Pirelli that the soft is a raceable tyre. But there we go, there is Charles Leclerc on the soft tyre going towards the grid. Martin Brundle, can you see them in your sights?
I very much got them in my sights, Ted. Indeed, they're just on. I'm on the pit exit here. They're obliged to stay to the right-hand side as Lewis Hamilton goes through of the yellow line and cut inside of Sandibot, the pit lane exit, of course, which is just as well, because as you were declaring the green light on, Ted, there were 2 people at the top of the hill there, casually walking up the circuit, not knowing, presumably, that the timing's recently changed and they go to the grid 50 minutes before the start now, rather than 40 as it was. So I'm going to do the same today as I did in Miami and do a 2-part grid walk. That's if I can ever get on, because there's a wall of marshals now protecting the front of the grid. But these outlaps are important. No warm-up in Formula One. It hasn't been for decades, of course. So straight out of the box. And they need to go around, feel the car. They can't push the car too hard. There is Max Verstappen going through again. George Russell takes to the track. Plenty of throttle. Get some heat into everything. Get a feel and get rid of some of those nerves. Sergio Perez then, who will, we know, start absolutely plumb last in 20th place. And yeah, so it's, as ever, it's a really tight pit lane, pit exit, racetrack, everything here. The 2.1 mile, 3.3 kilometer track sort of twists and turns on itself around the marina of Monaco. So what we'll do now is head towards the back of the grid. And this is, you know, it's really sort of intimate, if you like, the way the fans can overlook the track. And just here on the right on the side of the track. Let's have a quick word with them if we can. And good. Who are you cheering for? Who do you want to win today? Who do you want to win today?
Sorry, I cannot understand.
Don't worry, don't worry.
It's so noisy here.
Who are you cheering for? Yeah, I know. I've got him picked a grandstand full of Alonso. You're looking for Alonso? Yeah, he's got a good chance. You're going to see him right here. Look, have a wonderful day. Nice to see you. Right. Okay. And we're just going to squeeze through the edge here, past these fine marshals. Thank you for all the work that you do for us in Formula One. Thank you very much. And onto the grid. Right, we'll wander towards the back. So it's just over 100 meters to the first braking point in that curved part away from the line. Now, these grid boxes that you see, and there's pole position, is 8 meters ahead of second place. So it's not difficult to understand why, when you're 8 meters behind the driver in front, unless you're Max Verstappen, because he hasn't got anybody in front of him, that you've got to be at least 15% better away from the start to be past them before you get down to the first braking point, about 150 meters away. it's quite difficult in that respect to beat somebody unless they have a poor start. And we've pointed these out before, but the drivers will want to get at least beyond that yellow line, just park their tyre in front of the yellow line and behind the white line and have no relative movement before they move away, otherwise they'll get penalised. And this little sensor here is what's detecting that underneath every car. So that's how they know if there's a jump start or not. So pole position is on the right-hand side, which is handy because that's where you want to be going into the first corner, providing you've got a little bit of distance to be able to get through there. Okay, and we keep heading down. We've got Max Verstappen then, his car coming along on the little dolly wheels, on the skates, whatever you like to call them. And look how many people it needs to guide that along. And they then like to get behind the rear wing so we can't see too much of it. As we'll head down here and just wait and see who else comes. We saw Max come out of the pits, didn't we, a couple of times. And then it slots in. Look how close it all is. And as a driver, you can't see any other cars. There'll be so many people. You cannot see your rivals until they all clear off the grid. Let's see what they've got these tyres at. 70 is the maximum they're allowed at, but they wanted to get to them right now. No worries, no worries, got a job to do. Good. So, jacking up the back of the car. This is what they have to use, obviously, in the pit stops as well. A slightly more advanced version of that. Massive exhaust pipe there for that V6 engine. And look how long that car is. That's a big car to guide around this track in the way that he did yesterday. Quite extraordinary. So let's wander a little bit further back and see who else we can find. And he is the only car on the grid. So Max choosing to that's the sort of weekend he's had. He wanted to be out first, didn't he, in qualifying, get everything done. He sort of, let's control this from the front, has obviously been the philosophy of Max Verstappen. So we'll wander down a little bit further and see if we can find a driver to talk to before we hand away and wait for our second session. It's Yuki Tsunoda, who I think had a wonderful qualifying. Would like to talk to him on the grid, but I don't know if I've got enough time before we have to get out of this phase. You can see how narrow it is. This is the old pit wall we used to use, and that's where they still hang the pit board out to the drivers, out the back of the pits, actually. Not that any of them take a whole lot of notice of it. And this is Fernando Alonso majestically coming down the grid. So the leaf blowers are stopping the brakes from catching fire. The other blowers are keeping the engine absolutely where it needs to be. I don't know if he's a man who talks through his crash helmet or what. Let's see if he's up for a quick chat. Talk to his engineer. We'll just wait. We'll just wait because I'd like to talk to him on the grid. He's yeah. Yuki, any chance for a quick chat? Yuki? I don't think any chance for a quick chat? Top man. Oh yeah. Sorry, that's my fault. Your sonny's hit the ground. Good. Congratulations in qualifying.
Thank you. That was good qualifying, yeah.
Yeah, really good effort. So how does the track feel? How does the car feel on those out laps?
Yeah, so far it's been a bit of a track reset, as usual in Monaco. Car feels good so far, especially the balance feels quite good. So I think just build up the pace and see how it goes.
And what would you be satisfied with today? A handful of points?
Yeah, definitely. We're starting in points, so definitely maximize this opportunity to score points. And yeah, that'll be great.
All right, good luck. Thank you for talking to us. Okay, good chance then to throw back to Simon. I'll talk to you a little bit later on.
Well done, Martin. Nicely done out there as well. The grid procedure getting underway here as well. The car's just about leaving in as well. I'll take this opportunity to throw down as well some chat as well. That didn't make any sense, but it did make sense to me, thankfully, as well. I have no idea what's happened, by the way, to all of our settings on HDMI, but recently they have been absolutely massive, because I've just gone to get Josh's camera, the 2cam, because Omi stepped out to have some food before the session, and I just went to get Josh's second camera up, and it is huge. Absolutely huge. I have no idea what's happened there with the broadcast system, so that's something I've got to try and figure out going forward. To see how that happened, and getting it to 30 is an absolute nightmare. But the grid is underway as well. I've got it fixed though. Here we go. So I am a genius. I'm quite quick as well. Got a double yellow though in track sector 10. That is at the Nouvelle Chicane, but all the cars are definitely in the pit lane area. So we'll double check there as to why that is. Josh, can you see anything on your end?
Turn 10.
Double yellow sector 10, yellow now sector 9. So that's actually Portier, isn't it?
Portier, yeah.
So I'll have to double check on that one. Just coming up to you then as well as we look in, we've got this really interesting race ahead of us. There's rain in the air. You're keeping an eye on it throughout every single second as well. Be the Harbour of Doom then. What are we seeing? What kind of weather have we got coming in?
Well, I've just been having a look, keeping an eye on the lightning map, and a strike 5-10 minutes ago, around 6 miles out.
So yeah, not looking great, is it?
Getting closer.
We'll double check then. Let's get some comments in as well. Brad, let's not troll the audience with rain. It's closing in. Eddie says, let's go right back to the beginning actually. It's time, says Dear Nat. Adam says, hi everybody, I'm all set. Can't wait, going to be exciting. Really is nice to have you here as well. Dear Nat says, you know the drill, let's go Papaya. Absolutely. Going in, Eddie Jr. is really happy with the racing cars as well. Hope you're wearing your Papaya liveries. Please, F1 Angels, let Verstappen and all to take each other out and let Norris get first win and Piastri's first podium. We've all gone sort of beige and white as well, but that's only because I presume Josh is getting ready for IndyCar later. Meantime, me and Megan are going to have a complete costume change in the little break we've got between the F1 and the Indy 500 from when we're scheduled to go on. Literally, it's suit, tie, all set up as well to get going. Going down on the chat, Adam said enjoy the day. Morning, Dan Perry. Hello. Apparently I have an ice cold, is that beer on the go? Amstel as well? With a fry up, going to be on the race date. All nice. All right, Foss, anybody new to this channel is about to be introduced to the greatest play-by-play race caller I have heard in my 6+ decades of existence. Thank you very much. As well, that's too kind. Good luck today, gentlemen. All the best, you and yours. You too. Hope you have a great race day here. 2 legs of the Triple Crown completed today. Dear Nancy, I'm loving the shirts, guys. Next time, please have papaya ties. Thank you very much, please, very much. Okay, I've got an orange highlighter here as well. Does that count as something in my little notes? But I suppose that counts, doesn't it?
I mean, I could get an orange tie for next year.
Yeah,
maybe.
I'll order one. Get ready. And there's a Vax.
I mean, I've got a.
There's a Vax. Hang on a minute. I've got orange cars. These cars on the JB Motorsports logo here. That was very kindly made by my friend Luke at Kicking Clothing, by the way. Orange cars. They're arrows. So yeah, we've got orange. We've got papaya.
I mean, I've got an orange mechanical pencil if that works.
It works. Hello, Josh Bush. Time for the Triple Crown of Motorsport 2023, says Dimas. Hello. Yes, it is coming in. Brandon. Hello, Brandon. Co-host as well on the Grid Network. Praying for your voice box today, Josh. All the best. It's already going. I can feel it scratching. So that was full this morning at 6 a.m. when we started. It now needs refilling before. So when Martin goes to his second grid walk, I'm going to go in and refill. For those of you on USON who can't hear, I had a full water bottle that holds 750 millilitres of fluid. That has all been drunk since 6 a.m. this morning. Dan Perry says thumbs up with the sunglasses emoji, another thumbs up as well. Dion now says I'm going to lose my voice in the first corner. Probably so. Eddie says my first race will with all of you. My absolute favourite race day of the year. Not going to spend the day going to spend the day with you. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. It just reads there's 20% chance of rain. That's on the Met Office. Josh has got all the information on the weather. We'll get him in a second. But it's sunshine at the moment, but it's blowing in over the mountains. Josh and Josh, you legends. I bet the top 10 won't change position unless someone bins it. Why is there 2 grid walks? Because now the system is on the grid where it's opening 50 minutes before the start of the race, no longer in the final 40 minutes, which means Martin's got more time to be on the grid, so go 2 grid walks. So yeah, Josh, latest on the weather as well. What are you seeing over there in the race data area you've got?
I mean, I've found orange Lego, so I want to make. I want to make an orange square or rectangle and put the McLaren logo on it.
Trying to see if I've got anything orange. There's an orange power cable.
But update on the weather. It is currently dry, sunny at the circuit, but rain should be coming in either just before the race or just after the start or somewhere in the race. There is, I think, definitely going to be rain in this Monaco Grand Prix. Hello to Grid Network in the chat.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Grid Network, by the way, Joe Samiego is doing his pre-race show on the Grid Network for the Indy 500. I voiced the starting grid earlier on today, and that's going to be on our watch-along as well. But hopefully it's all good, the voiceovers as well. Now, we're going to throw over as well, because I think we've got something from Simon, who's talking out with Sergio Perez. Simon. This is Crash.
And he's stuck in the wall. He starts all the way from the back. He was not happy with himself after that. I wonder how he slept and how he's feeling today.
Let's hear from Sergio Perez then. Natalie, I'm presuming?
Mindset going into it.
Yeah, I will give it all. It's gonna be a pretty difficult race for me to recover, but I will give everything I possibly can to try and minimize the damage. But yeah, I do expect very difficult to get any point today.
Good luck. Thank you.
But Jensen, very, very difficult, as he said, around these streets. To overtake.
It's really difficult. I started last in my last race in Formula One, and it's frustrating, and that frustration builds and builds and builds, and you take more risks. But they've got to try and do something different with the strategy. Very limited in Monaco, but you never know. He has the quickest car out there, so we'll see him fighting forward. But for him to get points today, it's tough.
The big thing, though, in the rounds of the championship, he's only 14 behind his teammate. Would have wanted to keep the pressure on.
Certainly, he couldn't afford to have what he had yesterday in qualifying, especially because we know that he's the street king. That's the new name that he's acclaimed. So this would have been a track for him that would have really suited his driving style. We saw that he was quite quick all weekend. So unfortunate for him. Today is going to be all about minimizing damage. Obviously, coming through this field is going to be really tough. The track's narrow. The cars are really big. So he's going to have to stay out of trouble. Try to get himself any points he possibly can today.
Absolutely. So, coming through as well, I think Martin is going to have some grid walks as well. No ad break coming up for Sky. So let's take this opportunity then and run you through the starting grid for the Monaco Grand Prix of 2023 with about 32 minutes until this start gets underway. This is how it looks then. Row 1 sees Max Verstappen on pole position. Alongside him is Fernando Alonso as well. Row 2 sees Esteban Ocon start in 3rd. Carlos Sainz is 4th. And then row 3, Lewis Hamilton starts 5th, but Charles Leclerc, with a 3-place grid penalty, he starts back in 6th position on the grid. Row 4 sees Pierre Gasly, he's 7th, with George Russell lining up in 8th place. Row 5 sees Yuki Tsunoda start 9th. Lando Norris rounds out the top 10. Row 6 sees Oscar Piastri, alongside him is Nick de Vries. Row 7 is Alexander Albon and Lance Stroll. Row 8, Valtteri Bottas and Logan Sargent. Row 9, Kevin Magnussen and Nico Hulkenberg. And row 10 is Zhou Guanyu and Sergio Perez. So, coming back up to the com box then, just giving Josh a fair warning so he can jump back up from where he is. There he is, coming in. Let's have a look. Australia now says there is quite a bit of buffering today. I hope not on our side. Are we buffering? Shouldn't be buffering. Let us know if we are buffering.
Not on my side.
Yeah, shouldn't. It's not us. Refresh the stream, I would say, Australia now, if it's buffering. Hopefully you're not buffering as well. Actually, just had a little idea as to what it could be, as to why. I know why it's buffering. Sorry, I thought I changed this, but I must not have as well on the output device, because we had to lower it and we haven't actually increased it again. So there you go. Just a quick stop-start. And hopefully all should be good now. As look, here we go, cars coming out on the grid. So I would, refresh maybe. I know why, because we had to reduce it from 500 to 300 as well in one of the IndyCar streams. But hopefully we all should be good now. Thank you for reminding me, Australia Now. Was watching the old V10s versus the 2023 cars. What a difference. I'm 6 foot. Can't imagine fitting in one of those then. Yeah, that's quite an interesting one. The cars are too big, but they look better when they are bigger, so it's a compromise either way. I disagree there. I actually quite like the fact that the cars were smaller. I found it more Formula One. The bigger they get, the more ridiculous it gets as well, coming into it as well. We've got the drivers, of course, out there on the grid. Just a reminder, we are going straight from here, and then hopefully I think at 4 o'clock is the scheduled start, but it could be a little bit later depending on how we go in Formula One. I think we put it on at 4:30 as well. We're starting our coverage for the Indianapolis 500 as well. That's an hour and 15 before the race starts at 5:45 British Summer Time. We've got all the grid. In fact, if anyone looked at my Instagram at Joshua Birch 99 on Instagram, you'd see how many notes of paper we have stuck up in the commentary box. It's unbelievable. We've got 6 pages of Formula One, and then we've got about 11 pages of IndyCar just alongside it, including the front row at the grid, the Fast 6, and everything as our track maps, spotters guides, everything. I'm not even done because the commentary box has got to be moved around and shaped as well for IndyCar with the live timing systems getting in play as well. So there's a lot to do and there's a lot to look forward to. Just a reminder when our commentary team is for the Indy 500. Up in the commentary box, it's going to be me, Megan, Jess and Josh. That we'll have all on our cameras as well for the 500. In the pit lane, it's going to be Omi, Richie, Synthel and Adam Lemridge as well. So we're going to hear from Adam too during the 500. It's going to be a mega broadcast. And of course, if anyone else turns up in the commentary box, they're more than welcome to come in. I went to a race in 2015. I've been to 3 since 2021. The bigger cars look more impressive. I can guarantee that as well, because when I was there in 2019 testing as well, the cars looked absolutely spectacular, and you could certainly notice when they were coming. But yeah, personally, I'm of the opinion that the cars should be a little bit smaller, just a touch smaller. I think we went a bit too big last year and this year as well. But I think we're about to cross back over because Sky have come on, so I think it's time for our second grid walk of the day. So we'll hand it over to Simon as Spider-Man's in town. Tom Holland's here.
There we go, Tom Holland, Spider-Man's in, Legolas in the form of Orlando Bloom. There's plenty of actors we've seen there. Michael Douglas, we've seen Catherine Zeta-Jones, and Kylie Minogue, fresh from seeing her in Melbourne a few weeks ago, is here in the Principality too. Now, as I said, around about half an hour to go till the lights out. 19 corners around the iconic streets of Monaco, many of which you'll know by name, but why are they called what they are called? Ted's been busy on Google.
You know, at Monaco, there's a corner behind every racing story. But there's also a story behind every corner. First corner, Saint-Devote. Now, you might already know that there's a church at the end of the runoff area.
Then a burst of maximum acceleration to be held round the right-hand curve past the church of Saint-Devote.
But did you know that Saint Devote is the patron saint of Monaco? Her image hangs over every church in the Principality. Afternoon, Vicar. Up the hill is Beau Rivage. It's not the name of the street, that's the Avenue d'Ostende. Beau Rivage just means beautiful beach or shore, whereas Massenet is named after a person, Jules Massenet, the composer. It's a great corner, Massenet, and he was a great composer. In fact, you've been listening to Massenet's music since the start of this piece. Gold star to anyone who noticed. And there he is, Jules Massenet himself, in front of the Monaco Opera House. Bonjour, Jules. Casino Square, obvious, but did you know that Mirabeau, which is named after the Mirabeau Hotel just over there, is actually 2 corners? This one's called Mirabeau High, and this one, where they drive over the pavement, is called Mirabeau Low. I never knew that. What I did know was that the train line from the Italian border to Nice used to run lower down the hill. You can see the outside of Monaco station in these old shots. But since the railway and the station were moved up the hill and into the rock, this hairpin has been named after the hotel. First Station Hotel, then Lowe's Hotel, and now the Fairmont.
This has to be the most famous motorsport corner in the entire world. Portier, the last corner before the tunnel. Literal translation, doorman. But it's better known now as Monaco's new neighbourhood. 15 acres of new land reclaimed from the Mediterranean. Nice flats if you can get them.
This used to be called the Port Chicane, and it was a very quick flick-flack. But in the mid-80s, it was reprofiled and named the Nouvelle Chicane.
You know what? I think I prefer the old name, the Port Chicane. A bit more fitting. The quick left-hander of Tabac. Now I know what you're thinking. Is the tobacconist, after which the corner was named, still there? The answer is yes. It's right here, next to the ice cream shop.
You might just know this as the swimming pool, but its proper name is the Stade Nautique Rainier III. That's Prince Rainier, who was the current Prince Albert's father. And the entry to the swimming pool is named after Louis Chiron, famous Monegasque racing driver. And the stories keep coming at the end of the lap. Le Rascasse is named after this restaurant bar, but did you know that a rascasse is a spiny-finned bottom-feeding fish that's one of the ingredients of bouillabaisse, the fish soup? And finally, this used to be called the Gasworks hairpin, because A, it used to be a proper 180-degree hairpin,
and B, because there used to be a gasometer, a big gas storage tank right over there. The corner's now called Anthony Nogues, after the man who organised the first Monaco Grand Prix in 1929. Right, that's all the corners done. The only thing left is the start-finish straight. Maybe they should name that after the man who's won the most races round here, the Ayrton Senna straight. I like that.
Might stick that, Ted, it might stick. That's one of our favourite sections. I wonder, was that yours? Did you just love driving into the swimming pool section?
Swimming pool is nuts. It's crazy in a Formula 1 car. The first part of swimming pool is flat now, and then you're trying to slow the car down for the second part, but it's such a tricky section, and you're coming into the crowds as well. You've got the grandstands on either side, which is really cool.
Yeah, one of the best places on earth to watch a Formula 1 car, that section.
Well, it's going to be the first time that I watch a Formula 1 race live from Monaco, and I'm so excited about it. I've watched it for so many years on screen, and honestly, it's just as incredible here as it is on screen. So everyone at home watching, just enjoy it. It's so great. OK,
let's go to Anthony's at the Sky Pad. What have you got for us, Anne?
I was just going to say, with Monaco being so hard to overtake, there's no more important start on the grid than this one here. Now, you've got to get a good start. In 2019, we had a front row lockout for the Mercedes, but watch out for Max Verstappen in the Red Bull. He tries to go down the inside into Saint-Devote. He doesn't make it stick, but Daniel Ricciardo further back does. We can go on board with Ricciardo. In P6, this is where Leclerc will be starting today, of course, with Hamilton on his right-hand side. He's able to out-drag the Haas on the right there, finds a gap around the outside as it opens up, wrestles with that Renault car, and gets the job done. A vital position gained at the start of this race. Now, another place where he can see some overtaking is on the first lap. This is 2021, Lance Stroll trying it down the inside of Fernando Alonso. A cheeky move there, but further back, we had the two Haases. And at almost 0 miles an hour, Mick Schumacher sends one down the inside on Nikita Mazepin for another place that's crucially taken. So it can be done round here. And every time it does happen, it's very exciting. It's time for the drivers to get those elbows out.
Charles, P6. Obviously, you've swallowed up that penalty now, and you can move forward. How far can you move forward, though, on the grid? And what will it take to get you up there on the podium?
Honestly, it's very difficult to predict anything here in Monaco. Strategy will be a thing, as probably most of the overtakes will be done out of strategy. So we need to pick the right one, and then if we have the pace and some free air, hopefully we can gain some positions and be back on the podium.
Good luck. Thank you.
Yeah, good luck indeed. They are going to need a bit of luck today. 4th and 6th for the Ferrari drivers. Right, as promised, back to Martin for the second part of his grid walk.
Yeah, I think all the drivers are off the grid at the moment, but I found Kylie Minogue, and you can't compare shoes, Kylie, for some reason.
Yeah, I came really unprepared, and I have someone else's trainers on. Kindly, someone's loaned me their trainers, so Yeah, I've got to sort out this grid situation.
Well, look, we're really pleased to see you on the grid. So we're moving around a little bit, trying to find a few people. But, you know, you used to be a big Jensen fan, but so who do you cheer for now?
Well, I'm obviously going to be cheering Max on today. Wow, how do you do this? But I'm here for all the excitement, the adrenaline, and it's Monaco.
Oh, great. And what's going on in your career? What's up next for you?
I just had a single out this week. Oh, it's my birthday today.
Is it really? Happy birthday.
So it's been an incredibly exciting week, and to be here on my birthday with a new single out, it's wild. Yeah.
Right, good to see you. I'm going to move on. And it's okay. I'm in charge around here. Orlando.
Hello.
Martin Brundle.
Hello, Martin.
Sky F1. You might have seen me on Crime
Darren
Watch
Cox
or something
told
as
me
well.
to speak to you. Darren Cox told me to speak to you.
All right, good stuff. How are you? What do you think of all this Formula
So
One work?
we're actually here. This is Archie Madekwe, who's the star of this movie.
Nice to meet you.
We starred in together called Gran Turismo. It's a Sony title, and it's a Dreamers movie. But basically, Darren came up with this idea of putting basically PlayStation kids into cars, off their couches, into cars onto tracks, right? It's a crazy idea, madcap idea, but it worked. And actually, he created a thing called the Gran Turismo Academy, which Yam won. It was a tournament. He won. He was the best gamer. And he went on, and then he ended up podiuming. It's all kind of part of it. And
Great stuff. Good luck with that. That's the advert out of the way. But
good.
Right, we're resting up
Sorry, I had to
against.
get that in there.
We're resting up against the front
This is
tyre.
one of the sickest cars in the
of
world. Yeah, I
Max
get it.
Verstappen's pole position. Incredible lap he did yesterday. I mean,
Yes.
you got pole position yourself here.
We do have pole position. We feel very, very lucky to be here, to be seeing this firsthand. To be honest, there's science and excellence behind this and teamwork that, you don't always kind of understand if you're just a paying member, and then you watch this and you go, oh wow, that's it's next level, isn't it?
It's a great privilege. Good to see you, Orlando. Good luck with the movie. I'm going to move, and we've got to.
Sorry, bud. No, I'm going to get in fucking shit, dude.
You're
live. We're live.
Christian. Hey, mate. Yeah, sorry for the language there, everybody. Christian, right, you got one at the front and one at the back. How are you going to work this?
It's a bit of a Red Bull sandwich. So both have got slightly different strategies and objectives. I think, if Max is clear, it's about trying to convert the great pole he had yesterday into the first corner. And for Checo, it's trying to be creative on the strategy. And, a track that's so hard to overtake at, that's going to be crucial.
All right, good stuff. And are you a bit nervous about a feisty Fernando on the front row?
Well, for sure he's going to be revved up, but we can't worry too much about him. I think get in, run our own race, and it's the big part of the race is the first 500 meters.
All right, have a good one. Thanks, Christian. Right, let's head out of here and see what we can do a little bit further down the grid. We've spoken to one lady with an incredible voice. And now we have Beverly Knight. Lovely to see you on the grid.
Hello, how are you?
Very good, thank you. Now, you're a bit of an F1 fan, I think, as well, aren't you?
I enjoy the F1. I wouldn't say I was like, as knowledgeable as perhaps your good self, but I just love the sport, the speed. It's wonderful.
Oh, good stuff. And what's happening in your career? What's happening with you?
I've got a new record that's coming in the autumn, and a tour, and a musical next year, another one. It's a busy time.
Oh, lucky you could fit this in, but really good to see you on the grid, and I do love your voice, I must say.
Thank you very much. Oh, I love your commentary on this grid. Watch it every year.
Everybody's happy. Good to see you. And we've got Tom Kerridge, a famous chef from the UK. Of course, Tom, I've been on the grid a few times. I never managed to talk to you. Good to see you here. What do you think's cooking today?
Unbelievable. I love it. It's the most magical experience. The grid walking one, there's such an electric energy, and Max there on pole position. I can't see him losing.
All right, no. So that's you're pretty sure on that one, then, yeah?
I think I'd love Alonso to make a little bit of it, and I think it could be quite an interesting race. But I just can't see anybody getting past the Red Bull.
All right, good stuff. I'm going to move on. Good to see you. And there's Eddie Jordan over there. Where are we? So quick chat with the Real Madrid goalkeeper here, if we can. Thibaut, Martin Brundle, Sky F1, good to see you. And, well, you've got, as a span, As a Spaniard, you've got Fernando Alonso and the lovely Carlos Sainz.
Yeah, indeed. So in Spain, we are rooting a lot for this 33rd victory of Fernando. So he has a good starting position today. So let's see what can happen.
All right, good stuff. Thank you very much. And of course, he's Belgian. He's not Spanish, but anyway. Let's keep moving on and see what else we can find out down here. And Mario, which tyres are they going to be on? The medium tyres, soft tyres, not strong enough?
For the cars at the top, I believe they start on the soft to keep the advantage of the grip in the first lap. For the rest, the medium could be a good choice.
All right, good stuff. I've lost all sound here on the grid, so I think it's probably a good time to wind this up because it's time to hand back to Simon.
Thank you very much, Martin, down there on the grid. Let's head back over as well to Sky. I think they've got some information as well for us.
Along with Charles Leclerc, all by himself, and hoping to turn the disappointment of yesterday to potentially around the streets of Monaco, but Lewis Hamilton.
Okay, well, it's now time, if my headphones are working correctly, Martin's not the only one losing sound, it's now time for the national anthem of Monte Carlo for the 2023 Grand Prix of Monaco. Finally, my audio is working. Here we go then. Let's go over. National anthem ringing out here over the wonderful atmosphere for the Monaco Grand Prix. Drivers heading back. Let's head over as well as we look over the fantastic situation of Monaco. 30 years ago this week, Ayrton Senna won his record-breaking 6th Monaco Grand Prix. The question of the hour is, what are we going to see anybody do here today? Josh, coming to you. As the comment box is set up as well for when Megan Burge and Ian Burge turn up as well. What are we going to see here today? That rain looks like it's blowing away just. What's the latest from you? We'll skip the end. Oh, let's go to Max first.
Turn that into another win here in Monaco.
I think we just have to stay calm, try to have a good start. After that, if we just do our job and stay focused, I think we have the car, of course, to stay in the lead. Passing is very hard around here. But let's see. I mean, there's a bit of weather coming in. If it stays there or it comes to the track, I don't know.
It's such a special atmosphere, isn't it? I mean, your fans within almost touching distance. How does it feel and how difficult is it to stay in the zone and focused and not be distracted by?
Yeah, it's quite hectic the whole weekend. There's a lot of stuff around it as well. But I'm looking forward, once I have my helmet on, I can just get on with the job.
Have a great race. Thank you.
Okay, let's go down to you, Josh. What is the late eye on Aston Martin, Ted?
Looking after tyres, not the most sexiest subject, but there's a man who knows how to look after his tyres. Fernando Alonso, this Aston Martin on the front row, just to the left of Max Verstappen, tends to look after its tyres best, and that means stopping the graining. Little balls of rubber that build up like grains of rice on the surface of the tyre, and that gets the tyre losing grip and slowing down so much that they have to drive quite slowly in the first stint to avoid it. Alonso knows that. Max Verstappen's car is also good on its tyres, but I think Alonso is ready to attack in the start and then through the first stint and into the pit stops. Watch out around lap 35 for the first pit stops.
The US feed is about 15 seconds behind ours. That's always nice to hear. Josh, latest weather, go. Go on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's a little. There's still a little bit of rain around. The thunder's kind of moved away a little bit, but hopefully we can get a dry start and maybe a tiny little bit of weather in the middle of the race, but not enough to disrupt things a lot. But I'm actually looking forward to the McLaren Lego logo.
Oh, really?
The base of it here.
I was going to say, morning.
Quite strong.
Jess says, afternoon, Jess. Hello, Jess. I did send you a text message, by the way, Jess, on Discord, just to let you know. And Adam says, hi, Jess. Can't wait to join you for the Indy 500. Yep, going to be having fun with Adam in the box as well. He'll be in the pit lane area, and then we'll swap and change over the 500 miles. Because, no, if we get like cautions that lot, we can swap in and out commentators quite quickly as well. And just like... send Jess or Josh behind, bring Richie and Adam in and that lot, and then when cautions are over, bring them back in. A bit like what we see NBC do with Danica Patrick and, Dale Earnhardt Jr. as well. But, don't know why Dale really is DJs at the circuit as well, considering that I don't even think he won a Brickyard race as well. Adam, did he win a Brickyard race? Brickyard 400? Dale Earnhardt Jr.? I can't actually remember. Anyway, the atmosphere here in Monaco is absolutely fantastic as well. I think Martin Brundle got more celebrities on his grid walk than ever before. So... big thumbs up there. I'm just looking at the stint data and I can't see what tyres everyone is starting on yet, Josh. Presumably, if that weather is coming, then it will be soft tyres at the start, and then if it changes, then just go to mediums. I can't see everyone starting on the hards now and then going to the softs later, or even a switch around. It's going to be softs at the start, then possible intermediates if the weather does come later.
Yeah, it should be. I'm having a look. I don't think Dale has won a Brickyard 400.
I don't think he has either as well. So,
No.
yeah. It's all going to be fun as well.
Not on my data screens.
Yeah, they said if you start and stop the feed, you can sync the timing. Is that true? Yep, should be able to. Or on YouTube, if you use the ×2 function, it all comes in as well. But we are moments away from the start of the Monaco Grand Prix. Is Omi back in the box? Omi, are you here? And in the pit lane area? No, he's not here. He's not here. Oh, well, he'll be here soon, shortly, I presume. He's gone for food, I believe. We'll hear from him shortly as well. But I'll tell you what, the big news is the fact that Ian Birch is walking to the commentary box as well with Megan shortly here to be in the commentary box. So we're looking forward to having the original trio back in the box and Josh in the pit lane as well. It's going to be fun. Well, actually, Josh and I will be in the commentary box, mainly. And we've sent Omi to the pit lane as well. So it's not going to be fun. Box the two of you. Is a text I haven't sent in a while to Megan for this one. But if you're, by the way, I've got to say this because of contract. If you are watching on Sky as well via Sky Glass, Sky Q, or if you are a Sky customer, then you have the red button option with loads of different timing screens. I suggest you use them. Because that's what me and Megan and Ian Birch have got up in the commentary box. Josh has got data screens as well to get everything set up. Alonso's just glitched onto the timing screen, actually, down to turn 1 at Saint Devot, so I'm not too sure why that is. Anyway, here he comes then. Enjoy the Monaco Grand Prix. In 1929, Anthony Noakes decided to host the first ever Monaco Grand Prix. William Grover Williams won that race as well, and here today we are all set to go. For the 80th time in history, it is the Monaco Grand Prix. It's round 7 of the 2023 F1 season as well, with the cancellation of the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix as well. We send our best wishes to the Emilia-Romagna region as well. And we move on to this 3.337 kilometre circuit as well. Top speed at 197.5 mile per hour. 19 turns, you know them all by well as they swing back through on the city streets. In 2015, Verstappen versus Maldonado was the action zone to watch. It ended up with Verstappen actually in the barrier on that instance as well. And up at the top of the hill at Mirabeau in 1998, Schumacher up the inside of Alexander Wirtz. Wirtz, don't be stupid, Martin Brundle once said, fought back and got it through at the Basque corner. And how about back in 1991, Senna versus Monrello as well. The McLaren fighting to get through. Guess what? A year later, he'll defend that position attack from the one and only Nigel Mansell. Pirelli's tyre compounds here. Well, it's the C5 red, it's the C4 soft, sorry, C5 red soft, yellow medium C4, white hard C3 tyres. And if we need it, green Inter and blue wet weather tyres as well. We look on to the ocean as well in the Mediterranean. This is taking a look at the starting grid. From back to front as well, Sergio Perez, after crashing qualifying, has got a whole new car. He starts 20th. Zhou Guanyu starts 19th on the grid. It's an all-Haas row 9. Hulkenberg alongside Kevin Magnussen, one of their worst weekends of the season so far. Logan Sargent is 16th with Valtteri Bottas starting in 15th position. A hairdo quite like mine at the moment as well. Definitely need to visit the barbers. 14th on the grid for Lance Stroll. Another horrible qualifying for him, but damaged the car. Running over debris by Lando Norris. Then it's De Vries alongside as well. Then we see De Vries 12th. Oscar Piastri starts in 11th position. Lando Norris has P10 on the grid as well, making it through at the end. Yuki Tsunoda starts in 9th position. 8th on the grid is George Russell. Pierre Gasly starts in 7th. 6th on the grid as well. Charles Leclerc, a 3 players group penalty for impeding Lando Norris in the final part of qualifying. Lewis Hamilton starts in 5th. The car's undrivable, he says. See how true that is. Carlos Sainz starts 4th. Esteban Ocon promoted up to 3rd position. The front row, though, the unstoppable force meets the immovable object. It's Max Verstappen on pole position. Fernando Alonso 2nd. For the 2nd time this year, and we can't wait to get going. Alongside me in the commentary box as well, but I promise we're not playing Weekend at Bernie's. Ian Birch makes his return to the commentary box, first time in this actually commentary box for the year as well. Just give him a bit of a wave. And alongside me as well, Megan Birch back after Miami. Hello. Josh T is down as well in our virtual commentary box. Down in the pit lane for us is Omi. And Dad, I'll start with you. Welcome back to the box for Monaco, and here we go. Monaco Grand Prix time.
Yeah, a bit crazy on the grid though, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Martin and his crew had a bit of an argument with one of the Red Bull guys. Christian won't be pleased with that. He swore on national TV,
oh, no.
worldwide TV.
Oh, there was us too. Oh no, he swore to us too. The monetisation. Oh no. I'm not saying it. Go on.
I think it's just because he was frustrated because of the fact that you couldn't move on that grid. I mean, I've got flip-flops on because of the fact Kylie Minogue's nicked me trainers.
Oh, no, really? Oh, no.
Well, it is her birthday. Anybody know how old Kylie is today?
She's got to be 52, 53? 54.
54, 52, you're both wrong.
How old is she?
Kylie is 56 years old today.
Whoa.
Well, I was close
56 years old, and she looks brilliant on it, doesn't she?
She does indeed. She was in Ghost the other week as well.
I'm going to take these off because Eddie Jordan will want them back.
Formation lap is underway. Megan, hello, welcome back to the box. You weren't supposed to be in Emilia-Romagna. You ended up cancelling the race. How petty are you? You didn't want to miss a Grand Prix. I'm not surprised. Hello, how are you doing ahead of Monaco? And the 500.
Can I just say, Yuki Tsunoda...
I'm fine.
Lovely.
Yuki Tsunoda came out of his flat and he helped get rid of the mud.
He did.
Which is very brave because the mud was nearly as deep as Yuki.
He's very small.
Yuki is very, very small.
He could have gone swimming in it.
There we go. Try again.
Wouldn't have been very successful, but he could have tried.
You don't swim in mud. It's you know, I mean,
Clearly you never watched Total Wipeout.
All the different things that people love about that area of the circuit, and all the people that you meet at there have had such a disaster, you know.
Clearly you never watched Total Wipeout.
The lovely shops and things like that, the cafes and the bars, you know.
Megan's looking at me saying that I've really missed this, haven't you? Hello, Megan. It's a one-stopper.
Can we have that light on?
Yeah, why?
Because it's not. No, it's just not shining on my face properly.
Happy now?
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever. Hello, Megan. Talk us through the strategies, please.
What can I put this in?
Just talk us through the strategies. Look, there's 2 one-stopper options. Go on. And it's gone.
And it's gone.
Look, it's either going to be a hard to medium or a soft to hard tyre compound. Hello.
It is.
Hello, Megan. How are you? You all good?
I'm fine. And clearly you've never watched Total Wipeout, Dad. People swimming through mud. Happens all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've missed this.
I don't watch that sort of programme, you know.
It was a programme on when me and Joshua were kids.
Tell you what, though, Josh T's really missed this down there. Hello, Josh, in the commentary box as well. How are you looking forward to the Monaco Grand Prix?
It is so hot in this commentary box.
It's hot in here.
Hello, everyone.
Is it?
But,
yeah, you look hot.
Yes, it is very hot. But I've got the strategies to hand if you want them.
Oh, go on, quickly.
It was snowing outside a minute ago.
It was actually. Go on. Not even kidding, was it?
Mediums to lap 30 to 38 and then hards to the end. Softs to lap 22 to 30 and then hards to the end. Or hards starting and then softs to the end. Those on softs. Everyone is on mediums except Alonso used hards 1 lap. Sainz, Leclerc, Gasly, Russell, Piastri. Stroll used 1 lap. Bottas and Magnussen.
Yeah, it tells us on that little monitor now as well. We've got loads of things coming up.
Pirelli's recommendation was for the front 6 to be on softs.
Yeah.
And the rest to be on hards.
Let's see what we get.
So you know, it's
going to be an interesting Grand Prix, to say the least. The 80th Monaco Grand Prix. Verstappen on pole position. He's on the left. Alonso on the right. 2 lights on. 3 lights on. 4 lights on. 5 lights. Lights out. Action in Monaco. Good start from Esteban Ocon. Alonso tucks in behind. Verstappen leads into turn 1. Hamilton's on the inside of Carlos Sainz. Charles Leclerc's alongside Pierre Gasly. Lando Norris. Oscar Piastri. Hamilton looking to the inside on Pro Rivage. Desperately trying to get a move. Not going to work out. Into Massenet we come. And it's the status quo. I don't think anybody's made up a position, Megan, on that start. Big time. That's Piastri. And we're getting past Nick de Vries around the outside of Casino Square.
The only one.
Oh, and now that's going to be a bit of drama as it is looking up, and that's into the wall. Oh, they all just getting through. Wow, they're just getting through. That's a yellow flag in sector 2. It's Lance Stroll with problems as they Constantina. And there's a traffic jam coming into Mirabeau, being held up by, I believe, Alexander Albon.
I've forgotten how they have to literally stop.
30 miles an hour only, and they're all still tripping over each other.
Jensen and Naomi Schiff got involved in a traffic jam on Saturday, so, you know, it took them half an hour to get to a place that they could see from the car.
I just thought that
anyway,
was a joke.
This is quite a good start for Monaco. No real accidents, no real incidents.
Yeah.
Just a few little knocks as they went by. Mirabeau, as usual, people trying to do 2 or 3 abreast.
And as usual, crashing.
We should get Day Day to make jam and make them the colours of traffic lights.
Stroll's got down. Oh, look at that.
A puncher, yeah.
Hülkenberg, Zhou and Perez into the pit lane. Perez was involved in that drama as well.
And then we should just like put it on the floor and like Tubbs and say, Mum, there's a traffic jam.
Hard tyres going on for Perez as he goes away. So maybe that was just a tyre change.
Yep, because he's obviously on a massively different strategy than his teammates. Which you would expect, wouldn't it? You know, softs for the first thing, get rid of them, get rid of onto the hards, go as far as you can on this, and maybe put, because all 3 of these are softs, aren't they?
Yeah. Already a great idea from the start as well. Thank you, F1. Look at the lead that Alonso and Verstappen have got already. Verstappen leads by 1.4 seconds. Alonso's closing him in, but they've already pulled, what, 2 seconds? 1.5 to Ocon. As incident involving Hülkenberg and Sargent noted causing collision. Well, I don't know, it's Sargent's fault. It was all constituted up. Josh, what did you make of that start?
Quite clean, to be honest, for things that have happened in Monaco in the past. And just a quick fun fact, 15 years ago, on this day, Lewis Hamilton got his maiden win at Monaco, his maiden Monaco Grand Prix win.
Was it really that long ago? Wow.
It's the anniversary this week of Senna getting his second win as well, isn't it?
Yeah. That came in, what, 1990? 91? Somewhere around there?
Yeah, Ayrton,
no, could have been.
The maestro.
Yeah.
For years, it was Damon's father with his 3 wins, wasn't it? And then 5 wins.
Yeah.
And Ayrton got the most? 6?
Yeah. Ayrton's got 6. He got that one in 93.
I love the helicopter shots because it gives you a better idea, especially, look, these are the flats at Mirabeau from above.
And everyone's got pools as well. We never knew that until they took over. It's involving Russell noted for incorrect starting location. Now, that could be because we had Albon. No, Albon didn't start from the pit lane, did he? Albon said he was starting from the...
Nobody came from the pit lane, did they?
Well, we got it.
Ask Josh.
Here we are. Let's take a look at the start. Russell's down here. Oh, no, he's down here, yeah.
Yeah, there's nobody in the pit lane.
Yeah, no one's in the pit lane. Well, that's unusual because...
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 positions above him.
Well, OK, because that's weird, because we got told that Albon would be starting from the pit lane. Josh, you saw the document. I said it as well. It said car 23 starting from the pit lane. It came through on the Twitter notifications from the FIA, sorry.
Let me have a look.
This
isn't MotoGP, Josh.
Yeah. Hamilton was nearly up the inside of Sainz at the start, but look at this, he goes right on towards the barrier, and they bang wheels as well. Sainz was not holding back.
Where was Russell meant to start?
Russell started 12th on the grid.
Talking of...
There was 13 cars above him.
He was in the wrong position then, yeah.
He was two
back,
behind.
Talking of MotoGP, one of the guests this weekend at Alpine is Quartararo.
Disaster.
Was he going for?
Oh, he just all concertinaed up. Yeah,
Fabio Quartararo is one of the guests this weekend at Alpine.
I don't know where you're looking, Josh.
I'm convinced now that this came through.
Were you getting confused, Josh, with the pit lane speeding for Albon of 0.1 of a kilometre an hour?
Wow.
0.1.
That's ridiculous, isn't it? But rules are rules.
Exactly. Everybody, sorry.
And that's the instant for Sargent causing the collision. He had nowhere to go. He was bumping in. And this is Perez coming out the pit lane and an unsafe release for one of the Alfa Romeos as well. That would be shown.
So go today. That means that someone else was in the wrong starting position as well. They must have stopped. Who was meant to be in 14?
Perez done the fastest lap of the race at 1:16.387 as for what was it, lap 5 of 78 of this
one of the Williams.
One of the Williams in the wrong. Well, that must have been Albon. That's why I said he was in the wrong position. 5-second time penalty for Nico Hülkenberg for causing a collision. It's just flashed up on our timing screens.
Was that with Sargent?
Yeah. So it was Hülkenberg who locked up and slammed into Sargent at the Mirabeau. Surprise! Oh, there you go. There's the penalty for Hülkenberg flashing up on our TV towers. Best spot in the world, that, to take photos coming out the hairpin.
One of the most dangerous as well.
Yeah. Especially on the... They don't let you there, do they, on the opening lap?
They don't. They don't like you anywhere near there.
Is Omi back, Josh, from the pits?
In fact, Martin got told off on Friday.
He did, yeah. Hello, Omi. What did you make of the start of the race?
Oh, hello. I've been here for a while. But yeah. Yeah, great starters. Yeah, Verstappen to just getting away now on those mediums. It is 1.9, I have to say, though. So Alonso is kind of sticking with him. Leclerc putting the pressure on Hamilton, as well. Leclerc on the hards, Hamilton on those medium compound of tyres. But Perez, Joe, Hülkenberg all pitting to get some clean air, and Perez setting purple sector, so the clean air working out for him. But yeah, great start. It was pretty clean, and yeah. So I think a lot of drivers are now kind of locked in positions, but will there be any rain that comes in later on, or will there be any other safety cars, which it is a possibility, 71% chance of a safety car around here, so that's going to be interesting. But yeah, great start to the race.
So lap 6 of 78, and the gap is just ever increasing. We're going to wait to see how long they're going to go in terms of getting the penalties.
Yeah,
and, go on.
When I was counting, I saw 2 dark blue cars in front of where Russell was.
So Albon.
I knew both Williams, and when you said Albon was meant to start from a pit lane,
Yeah.
It must have been Albon. He must have forgot to go to the pit lane and accidentally went in his position.
Josh could be right that it's a pit
We've
lane
had quite a few safety cars in F2 and F3 over this weekend. One of them was blazing, wasn't it?
Doohan's car on fire.
I was just so worried.
Did they cook anything?
Red flag.
Well, it was after Doohan had got out and they'd had initially done the fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
The
and then
barbecue.
It just burst into flames because the fuel tank got ruptured.
The fuel pipe ruptured and it just went woo.
They had to red flag the race in the
Popcorn,
F2.
anyone?
Yeah.
Yeah, the underside, do you know near the air intakes at the front, right, it was all burnt.
Yeah, it was, yeah. And Victor Martins didn't want popcorn, he preferred skews because he nearly hit two marshals and skewered them as well.
Ayrton nearly, famously,
He did,
Ayrton
yeah.
Senna nearly ran over Mirabeau, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a marshal running across the track, and as Ayrton came, and he just ran past.
Just
in time.
missed him, yeah. Let's keep up. No, I'm very busy. Oh, I am. What's going on here? Jess says, a slam dunk penalty, I'm afraid. Nat says, check out the McMurtry speeding run when you have a moment. Eddie says, Stroll does have a... does his thing. Nothing. Yep, Stroll down in 17th place. Oh, it's involving Russell reviewed. No further action.
I used to love reading the comments that were being left by people, but that is too small for me. That is a bit Sonoda-like.
Hang on.
That's weird.
What, Sonoda? No. It's amazing how
No, I
much
just
food
had a
he
helicopter.
can eat.
No, how much helicopter? I had a helicopter go above us.
You are good with hearing that over these headphones.
And it's when I checked the flight tracker, there's not a helicopter near us.
Well, military helicopters wouldn't show up, would
Yes,
they?
they do. I've got the Royal Air Force on here before.
Oh, thank you very much.
That and the Royal Family.
Oh, I've just realised I've zoomed in Google Chrome. Is that going to affect the timings?
No one can hide from this. You just don't know where they start from.
Okay, well, there you go. Can you read that now? Can I read that out of the way?
No one knows where they start from. An airport.
Probably.
Yeah,
Okay.
though some have secret locations, like the US
Ooh,
Naval
yeah.
Force.
What have you spotted, Josh?
Air Force. Okay.
The Lancaster's up and about.
Ah, that's probably what you heard, Megan.
No, it would have shown up.
Oh, right.
I don't know what that was.
Not near. It's not near.
We
Grimsby.
used to...
Ah, right.
Do you know when the Canadian Lancaster came over? It was actually based at the airport about 8 or 9 miles just north of here.
Yeah.
And so we saw it a heck
lot
of
of
a
the time,
lot.
yeah.
And it was brilliant, wasn't it? It was doing lots of low flying and things like that.
Love that.
The closest thing to us is a glider, given that doesn't have an engine.
Let's point out as well that Alonso decided, as Josh said earlier, to start on the hard compound tyre. I know his strategy. He was never going to go to get Verstappen off the line, was he? He's going to the pit stops. He's going to try and overcut him.
Do you know the two Williams? You know, I was expecting more from them today than they are doing at the moment.
Down in order, aren't they? Where is it? Albon in 13th, Sargent 15th.
It's the same with the McLarens. I hope McLaren do better in the Indy 500.
Hello. Well, we've got VK. Rosenquist starts in the front row from McLaren, and then row 2 is Pato O'Ward, row 3 Alexander Rossi, and Tony Kanaan. So all 4 inside the top 3 rows.
I root for Rosenquist.
Yeah, this is the wall of notes that I've had to put on.
It's good that, quite a few of them have got Formula 1, Formula 2 experience.
Yeah, because it's Power's doing, isn't it?
But,
Power's doing.
ovals are a totally mystifying,
Yeah.
You can do the same lap in the same way, and then all of a sudden, it's disaster.
And it's into the wall just like a flick of the finger. It's the same here, actually. It's why they call it the Triple Crown.
That's
It's
why
so
I was
difficult.
bringing it up.
Yeah.
There are places on this circuit that are exactly the same. I mean, here...
Portier,
that's where a certain person got upturned.
Verline, by Button.
By JC.
Up in the inside.
JB.
And over
DC.
as well.
And nobody has mentioned the start that DC gave this sport a few years ago, about 20-odd years ago.
Yeah, I remember.
When 15 cars wrecked.
Yes, and he finished. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And
Podium. 96, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Panis won that day in the last ever win for, I think, Ligier.
It's too quiet.
And Panis started about 14th, 15th, 16th on the grid.
Really back on the grid. Yeah, 14th I think it was, wasn't it? The lowest place has been won here in Monaco. Megan.
It's too quiet, and that's not me trying to make something happen. It's me generally feeling this is too quiet.
Which axle you're wearing? So, Fernando, it's all about the rears, the left rear, it's all about that. So we're happy to use the fronts to protect the rears.
Okay, so that...
Yeah, so Alonso's just saying, what axle do you want me to not use as well, on the braking as well, to save the tyres around here. He wants to go as long as possible into this race, although I don't think setting the fastest first sector time of a 20.143 is going to be doing much about that either.
I hate that corner down there.
That's the
I
Nivelle
do
chicane.
hope that is not a TV in the tunnel, and that was actually...
It's a green, yeah, it's one of those green screens.
It's a green screen, yeah, because otherwise you get drivers would come into the bottom of the tunnel,
yeah,
and you know, looking to see where their people behind them are. And
first year here in Monaco in 2023 that F1 TV has produced the pictures, not Tele Monte Carlo. That's why we're actually seeing a better race so far. But it is also the first year that they've had exclusive rights to the branding around the track. It's why you're seeing more of this carbon plasticky stuff getting ripped off with the stickers.
Talking about Olivier Panis, there was a French Grand Prix where Panis didn't win, wasn't doing well,
and it was just Panis.
The whole of the race was Panis. The director there was, you know, it's famous. I mean, Murray was in uproar over it.
Upright Fossils brought up a good point. The train behind Ocon. Look at this is Ocon, Sainz, and then Hamilton's there too, about 2 seconds back.
He's leading a revolution.
Sainz.
Let's push it to...
Oh, he's going to go very late in the break. He's jumped off his front wing. Sainz says, let's push him. And Ocon says, I'm sorry, but there's no ball there. And Sainz runs into the back of him and he's broken his front wing.
And he skips a corner.
Oh, Carlos.
That's going to be a penalty.
Let's push him. And it's literally physically pushed him through the Nivelle chicane.
Can we have a repeat of that, please?
Yeah, because we were looking on the nose cam.
They went right through the corner.
Come on, it's our usual TV director. We should get this, although I think
there should be a replay.
That end plate's now folded in.
He's waiting for it to fall off, isn't he?
Yeah, that's going to fly around the middle of the track, isn't it? He's not going to break it, and there's a yellow flag. Someone on the track in sector 3. That's turn 3, Josh. Have to tell me where that is. I think it's the winglet.
Told you it was too quiet.
It's up the hill.
Yeah, and it's fallen off. So there's a yellow flag out of Beau Rivage. So that could cause a virtual safety car to recover that debris. So we'll double check.
It has to be the debris, yeah.
So yellow flag is out at the moment. Well, to be fair, you don't need your front wing. I wouldn't box it, would you? It's Monaco. You don't need that much downforce. Leave it.
Yeah, look, it's gone.
I don't know why they are standing there with a new nose. You're just wasting the amount of noses you have.
In 2019, Max Verstappen chopped off his front nose, battling with Hamilton. He was still pushing for the win.
There are times in some circuits where not having that winglet can be a benefit.
Yeah, exactly. Hungary, 2014. Hamilton coming out of the pits, knocked it, finished third.
I've seen people last without any front wings and one person without a wheel for a lap.
How much longer? We are checking.
Why does he sound like he's crying?
I think they're going in. They're going into the garage now.
Why did he just sound like he was crying?
Ted's right. They've gone into the garage. And I suppose that's the only thing, Josh. You don't need to pit. You don't need to change the wing at Monaco because it's just not needed.
I think what they're thinking about is the fact that the change in the downforce does put a lot less pressure on that left-hand tyre.
You're right, though. They were
there's so many right corners on this circuit that might even up the
for later.
The grain of the tyre.
Oh yeah, that's the point. It was on the front hand side.
Because it's often the right-hand front that gets
on this track. Yeah, because the right-hand side. Yeah.
As you saw this morning on the F2, where
it was worse.
One of them had.
Maybe puncture on
what?
left, right.
Alonso says he might. Megan's eyes literally lights up now. Alonso says he might have a puncture. And that explains. Well, he's dropped 2 seconds to Verstappen.
Yeah.
Oh, he has. Alonso has.
Easy fix, though. It won't come off yet.
On the front. All okay. All okay.
Well, they say it's
no,
all
it
okay.
Isn't.
I think he's knocked it and knocked the tracking out.
Where's he made the mistake? Because tensions involving Sainz and Ocon has been noted causing a collision. And everything looks okay to me from Alonso's car.
Not from where I just saw.
Where? Point to me on the screen. Let's see it, Frank.
That side.
Did you have some
left-hand side.
Negative. Yeah. Everything's
See
looking
there?
okay here, Fernando. Everything looking okay?
Tracking.
So
You're
he's
right.
not-
I think he's done the tracking. I think he's knocked the barrier. Look on this wheel. Look, the tracking's slightly out. You can see it just wiggling. Oh, I really hope it's not suspension. I really hope it's not that. And he's worried
No,
because we've seen
it's just a
hairline
tyre.
cracks start to form.
They're being idiots.
Yeah.
Everyone here is being idiots. Can the mechanics actually do their jobs? If your man says he has a puncture, follow him and trust him, and don't think from a camera view you can tell. He's the one driving the car.
We made 21 minutes before Megan started ranting about Fernando Alonso. A new record, I believe.
What? They're the ones driving the car. They're going to be
Yellow.
the first to know if there's a problem.
Got a yellow flag on the track. Someone else is off. Josh, it's double yellow sector 3. So who's at the top there? Well, no one's in that section of the track.
That's up the hill again.
But no one's there. Oh, it's gone green now. That's really... Look at that. Well, that Sainz out braking himself. That's nothing to do with Ocon. What do you think, Dad?
I don't know.
How could it be
Ocon
anything
changed.
to move out the way from an impeding car?
No, I think Dad's right. Look, Ocon's right. Yeah, Dad's right. Ocon changed way before the normal turning point.
He probably thought he was locking up. Can you blame him? Smoke came out of the back.
How do you read that one, Josh? Oh, hang on.
There was no space for both of us there, so...
Yeah, copy that.
Mistakes weren't in here, and there's the wing flying off, and it was right in the centre of the track. I'm surprised I didn't cause a VSC, to be fair. And Hamilton went over it as well. I wondered, and how... there's a lot...
Leclerc moved it out of the way.
There's a lot of debris at the top of that hill.
Leclerc actually went over it with his tyres, whereas Lewis managed to get it through the middle of the car.
This is the battle with Albon. No, this is the battle between Sargent, Magnussen, Stroll and Perez. So this is 15, 16, 17, 18 now. Yeah, Josh, what do you... and Ocon's had time deleted. Yeah, Josh, what do you make of that then? With that Ocon incident with darting on the inside. I don't know how to reread that one.
I'll have to see it again, but it looked like Ocon moved under braking, possibly.
Yeah. I want to get another look.
Am I the only one who doesn't think Ocon's guilty of anything? Also, may I just point out, there was a sharp turn, literally right there. He had no choice other than to move because there was a turn. Do you want him to miss a turning?
Jess says, you tell them, Megan. Yes.
They used to have
I think the turn should be abolished anyway.
Opposite that chicane, there used to be this great barrier.
Yeah.
Until one of them smashed into it so hard that he was put in hospital. So, you know...
Was that in a Formula E race, actually? It was Verne, wasn't it?
I don't remember, but...
No, it's an F1 race, so it was Verne.
It was about 5 to 8 years ago.
Russell?
Yeah, it was Verne, I remember that.
So some medium runners complaining of graining.
I remember.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was during an F1 race. Though.
Yeah. It was Maldonado.
So the medium runners are starting to pit.
At the end.
They've got time. Well, 16 of... how many laps to go? 63 laps to go. Lap 16 to 78.
Yeah, you see, the hard tyre, although it's still a soft, should last the rest of the race, shouldn't it?
Yeah, should do.
Unless your mechanics are idiots, so that's bad luck for Ferrari.
Perez hit it in 2011 qualifying. Thank you, Warren. That's the one we couldn't remember.
There was another one too, though.
Yeah, Perez hit it and was put in hospital, you're right. And the barrier used to go all across, because that was put there, that barrier all across, because Button hit the side barrier that we've got now in 2003 and was ruled out with concussion.
And if you say that, you know, when you're coming down towards that chicane from out the tunnel, right, if you say things don't happen again and again,
it does.
Right, it does. Just ask the Leclercs. Charles's first ever race in Formula 1 at Monaco. He lost his brakes coming down there, and Arthur, his brother, this morning in F2,
happened with him, yeah.
was coming down there and he lost his brakes.
Black and white flag for Carlos Sainz causing a collision. My goodness, they've
Told you it wasn't Ocon.
Yeah, they've really gone for it there, haven't they? A bit draconian, Josh. We don't really see black and white flags, but I suppose you'll get the document up to tell us, and I'm sure Omi's going to be around as well.
It's a bit much for black and white flag, so it's better than a time
Doesn't that
penalty,
mean that he's got to change the front wing?
Oh, that's a late one. That's Magnussen diving on the inside there on
beautiful.
Sargent. And this is what we never get to see at Monaco, the actual overtakes that happen. The F1 TV director doing a great job there as Magnussen bravely throws up the inside. And that's what we've got to be, bold, brave and beautiful at Monaco. And now look at this, Stroll's following in.
Russell must have been terrified then.
Yeah, he must have been.
Little bit of technical thing about this race, especially with these new big cars, right? They do a slightly different turning circle here than anywhere else, and so the power steering is heavier here.
Yeah.
And you know, they do these turns by instinct, and so they do make mistakes here as well because of this.
Stroll's on the inside, that's very late in Raskas. Beautiful move from Lance Stroll.
That's Raskas, isn't it?
Perez looking on the inside of Anthony Noakes. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful to get past Sargent. And now look, because here comes Zhou and Hulkenberg. Zhou trying to go around the outside in towards Sandoval with the DRS. Lifts off, tries to cut back up Beauvage, not going to make the move stick. Nice couple of moves. And look at this, Zhou's still not over.
Isn't that 3 or 4? Isn't that 3 or 4 overtakes in the last few laps?
Yes, and I think we're
at
up
a place
on that.
where you're not supposed to be able to overtake.
Yeah, I think, Josh, we're up about, what, 3 overtakes now compared to what we had in 2021, which was the last dry race we had here?
Are we sure that we're at Monaco right now?
I think we're somewhere else, aren't we? Omi, what did you make of these overtakes? Oh, this is Hulkenberg. Oh, so this is Magnus. Oh.
That's the second time Sargent has had an incident with a Haas.
Yeah, one was Magnussen, one was Hulkenberg. Yeah, Omi, what did you make of these moves then? Some brave moves then here in Monaco.
Yeah, Sargent really slow and everyone just making the moves, and then Sargent was wide, and that gave Perez the inside into Anthony Noakes, so he was able to get the move done. But some lovely action around Monaco. Oh,
and that is Zhou past. That's Bottas at the hairpin. Passing Albon. Oh, right, okay. And Albon's in the pit lane. So Albon has now gone into the pit lane. So for the first stop of the day. Yeah, you can't overtake here, can you? All of a sudden back.
You know, that really takes the goat when you've been looking for a couple of laps on how to overtake his guy. And then as soon as you get past him, he goes into the pit lane.
Yeah.
Hulkenberg past Zhou as well.
Oh, yeah, so that's Hulkenberg back up to 18th place. Thanks, Omi. As I look through, what am I getting a notification about on my watch right now? Ah, interesting. I've just been told something quite interesting that Ferrari are not happy right now. And,
are they ever happy?
No, but someone...
With their strategies, I imagine it's quite hard to find happiness.
I've just received a text message.
I don't understand why they've got the black and white flag, though.
No, usually it's a time penalty, isn't it? That would be a time penalty for causing a collision. But look at this as well. That Haas going through by Kingdom Come, locks up from Hulkenberg and goes through on Sargent for 17th place. Nice little move on the inside. And every move here has been really good. But yeah, Verstappen is dominating the race. He's 8.4 seconds ahead of Alonso at the moment. And he's got a full pit stop, as somebody said earlier on. I think Warren Haig said it as well. Full pit stop over as we see it again.
Doesn't the black and white flag mean that you've got damaged car and you need to
That's
repair
meatball.
it?
Black and orange disc, isn't it? Black and white flag is naughty boy. Yeah. I'm surprised they've got the meatball flag either, to be fair, because he's got that wing damage.
Black and white flag is like sending your kid to a naughty step.
He doesn't need to pit for that, though.
Black and white flag is like sending your kid to a naughty step.
Yeah, that's all.
You've both been there. I've sent you both, and you never stayed.
Can you expect us? People kept coming up and down the stairs.
Hang on, you were there?
You should not fight on the landing, you two.
Thanks.
It was this morning.
On the rear and on the front as well. It's unusual to do
James
normally
Vowles.
when one fails. It sort of protects the other, but that's where the car came in. You saw us just dropping back relative to the cars in front, to Reese just pulling away with Alex. And at some point, you've just got to call it, because we were losing positions on the track with both cars.
Who are you racing, James, today?
I mean, my optimism still says you're racing at the front. You and I know that the safety cars do come in and out here at various points. An opportunity presents itself, even if the race looks set. But the truth behind it is AlphaTauri de Vries is really where we're racing up to at the moment, and we need a little bit more than we got at the moment to get there.
And in terms of the way this race is developing with that tyre graining, is this exactly what you were expecting coming into this afternoon?
No, I think it's certainly clear that we're on the worst end of that grading. The other car's just coming in behind me, but we're on the worst end of that grading. It was definitely, others are pulling away from this stage of the race, so definitely worse than we anticipated.
So why could your tyres be worse than others? What is that, aerodynamics or just mechanical stuff?
Typically, it's a function of what energy you're putting into the specific axle. So there can be an element of driving style, there's an element of aero balance, as you mentioned, and mechanical balance as well. So fundamentally, how you are loading those tyres in different corners and different sequences, and the energy going into them. You can help a little bit with driving style, but only a small amount. So I suspect we are just saturating, especially that rear axle, in terms of traction demand. So it's longitudinal grading, and on the front axle, I think we were just overcompensating by asking too much steer angle.
James, thanks ever so much. Great to have your insight with us.
James Vowles on the pit wall there. As we swing back up to the box, Yuki Tsunoda, we want to pick up on, running in 9th position in his 50th Grand Prix start. Really good job here as well. Looking to take another point, of course, and he finished 9th in his first ever race back in Bahrain 2020. When did he start? Hang on.
Is Logan Sargent in the pits?
Yeah, he's dropped down to 20th, hasn't he? I've lost my nose now. I'm looking for Tsunoda. Where is he?
James didn't say that a minute ago, did he, when he was on the air?
No, he didn't, but I did notice he came in because he's now a lap down, so he's actually lost out of place, isn't he? He's put 1 lap on the timing tower as well. But what tyres did he put on? Hard compounds. In fact, both Williamses have put on hards, according to that driver tracker. Albon was on it for 18 laps on mediums, and Sargent was on it for 20 laps. As I tell you what, fastest. Look at the sector speed, Megan. Fastest speed, 202 miles an hour for Max Verstappen through the speed trap, coming through the tunnel. So that is quite impressive.
You should slow down.
Through the tunnel, 200 miles an hour. That's brave.
There are 3 places on this track where a Formula 1 car is going at stalling speed.
Yeah, there is.
Mirabeau is one of them.
Mirabeau, Lowe's,
goes.
Raskas, and Anthony Nose too. 4 actually. Although maybe Mirabeau counts as 1 because it's all that section. On board with Perez running 16th.
When someone gets into a Formula 1 car that's never driven one before, I would say 70–80% of them, it's going and they start off and they stall straight away.
Yeah, because it's
very, very hard not to stall these cars. They're a bit better now, the electronics and the...
can take over, can't they, for them, yeah. I mean, I love
the
them.
anti-stall devices.
Do you reckon we should have the smaller cars, especially at Monaco? Because there's been a talking point.
Well, it never did any good this morning. The F2s and the F3s are all smaller than this, and it didn't make any difference.
Porsche, did you see the Porsche race? Did you watch it?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
No.
the Porsche race is actually quite good. Omi was in the commentary box that when you were me, and the Porsche race was actually quite a fun little race. They were able to keep up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were. And how about we just get Formula E cars?
Yeah.
116 overtakes.
Yes.
This year, earlier on.
At Monaco, there was 116 overtakes at this track in Formula E. Oh, and Magnussen's locked up into Newville.
How did they manage that?
Literally, we don't know. Oh, and look at this. This is a bit dangerous from Kevin Magnussen. He's weaving on the way into Tabak, and that's surely moving twice to defend from Stroll. That might be a penalty for Magnussen.
I don't know if they still do, but Formula E never used to use this part of the track.
No, they do
when
now,
they used to come down into the chicane and then go straight up
loop
and
around,
loop round.
Now
do they use the whole track now that the cars are better?
Yeah, whole track now, and on the same layout we've got 116 overtakes.
Because now we just use one Formula E car, whereas you used to have to go halfway and then change to another one.
Yeah, not anymore. All Gen 3 car now. Josh.
Like 30 less laps as well.
In 30 less laps, yeah, that's the point now. Because what we're on now, lap 25, and I think it was a 37-lap race. Wow. So in that distance, we had 116 overtakes. And
that's impressive.
I think there was like 30 lead changes as well.
It's a totally different way of the electric thing is that you get torque straight away.
I think that's the key.
And so that's why you don't have a formation lap.
Yeah, because you don't need it.
You don't need it. And it is totally different in when you brake.
Oh, 2 seconds, Sancho.
For informers reporting rear left draining on the arm.
Yes, same here.
Copy.
Exactly what you said.
Yeah. When you brake in an electric car, you are actually it
regenerates energy.
Yeah, you regenerate. The regeneration comes in, which slows it down, and the fact that you've got less torque slows it down, and that's why you have to get used to that different style. I suppose it's just the same going from F3 to F2 and F2 to Formula 1 or IndyCar from karts, you know, or Next as it's called now.
Indy Next,
you know, it's a different power judging the different powers.
I don't want to boost your ego, considering I already told you a few days ago that everyone was looking forward to that you were coming back into the commentary box for this one. But SS Racing UK just said, can we have your dad on here more often? He makes some good observations. He used to be on every race.
Can't afford me.
Yeah, he used to be on every race, but now he does every couple. The special ones.
This is my first of the year.
You did Bahrain from in the front room, remember?
From the front room.
Yeah, but this is your first in the year in this box.
Yeah, it takes a lot to get me out of my chair.
Yes, and into this other chair.
No, literally.
It does, yeah. No, but to be fair, yeah. Where do we next see you? It's Silverstone.
2024.
Yeah, no, it's Silverstone. I think next one, British Grand Prix, and then I think we see you in.
If we're lucky.
If we're lucky.
If I last that long.
Yeah. If one of us have, you know, bumped you off by then for the insurance money. Anyway, Verstappen leads by 11 seconds to Ocon. Let's hear from Sainz again. Did I say that?
Do you know what?
Hang on.
In 45 minutes, it is slowing down the risk.
Oh.
Weather watch.
45 minutes possible rain. We'll get Josh on that in a second. Go on.
I've just seen the bag with the electronic outside power cables. All the cables are out. Can you keep this place tidy?
I didn't know that. You see where that big silver turp is? That is then over here. That's on my side. And it's just about messy. There's the weather, Josh, looking over the rain clouds. What's the weather prediction that you're seeing? Hey, I've tidied up this area.
Yeah, rain soon, hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Same as Ferrari.
Oh, nice.
Does that happen?
Lando, possible rain, class 1 on lap 35.
Hang on, so we've got Ferrari saying 45 minutes, and then we've got Lando saying it's going to be around 7 laps time. Make up your minds!
It's really weird in Monaco because
Ferrari can't get anything right.
That's true.
In southwest France, where we Rochelle and you know that area, you know where we were.
You've been there. It's gone.
It's of course you two weren't old enough because you weren't born. Anyway,
line of the year already.
We used to in the summer you'd wake up in the morning and it'd be misty and overcast, and then by 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, it'd be absolutely boiling. But the same is not the same as Monaco. Monaco has this thing where, because of the hills and that, all of a sudden, a cloud will form and you'll have a small rain.
Box to overtake Ocon for Sainz. Okay, so we'll get that in a minute. We'll throw it down to Romy in the pit lane as well and get Josh's thoughts on the tyre strategy in a second.
That really worked well last time.
Is he coming in now? Is he boxing? No, stay out. For God's sake, Ferrari, that's the third time you've done that. Yeah, go on, Josh.
Yeah, that's like the second or third time, and that's all the times they've done it. Yeah, that's the third time they've gone back in, but that's the second time. Sainz's engineer has gone, stay out, stay out, stay out, stay out.
Are you actually allowed to keep coming out in the pit lane without doing a pit stop? Isn't there a rule like that? Because Becca's actually bending my fingers now. Isn't there a rule like that? Because it's a rule. It's against the law.
Bluffing is allowed now.
Oh, okay.
As long as you don't do it too often.
Because you should just let her talk. Because she's actually bending my finger back now.
So,
Megan, watch it.
Go on, Megan. Go quickly.
I think Ferrari should just admit by this point that they actually don't have a plan and they're just saying whatever the Rubik's Cube, whoever finishes the Rubik's Cube first.
That front left really isn't looking pretty. Verstappen's just said he's on mediums.
It's not looking that bad, though.
No, he's on mediums too. He should be able to go quite long, and so should Alonso really on the hards.
Did someone say Rubik's Cube?
And he's got a
Yes,
Rubik's
I did.
Cube. Pit stop loss here is 19 seconds. What's the interval gap? No, he's disappearing once again. 28 seconds though. So actually, he's got more pit stops advantage. Jess says, Ferrari, make up your minds for goodness sake. Warren says, if the what?
They have one brain cell.
Yeah, Warren's
each one
right.
of them has it each time. trouble is
Verstappen radio.
it isn't very bright.
Yep, understood.
He's catching a big old pack. And whilst
Yeah, so Verstappen's now catching the traffic at the further back. Look, he's coming up on Hülkenberg in this lot. And Sargent, go on.
Naomi said that last year she wasn't there, but she was watching it. It amazed her how 1 minute it was bright sunshine and then it was raining in Monaco. Because she's always.
Yeah, we'll do. Keep what you're doing for now, please. Ferrari are getting frustrated behind. Keep it up.
Just keep pissing off Ferrari.
She's always thought of it as always being hot in Monaco, but it is the hills that create the problem, and the fact that it's a little bay-like thing.
Yeah. This is looking really good now, isn't it, for Esteban Ocon to keep third position?
I'll tell you what the helicopter gives you a view of. When you look at the track guide, you realise that this is only the front part of Monaco.
There's a whole
the
back
seafront
part,
area that they do the race. And it is, I think it's the
tightest part, yeah.
You know, the tightest together of any lap.
Rain towards the end of the race. People might be trying to hang on for that.
So Perez now saying that there's rain towards the end of the race. We've got 49 laps to go. We've got an hour and 41 left on the clock.
Where was it we used to go over the track? Is it Suzuka?
Suzuka goes over both of them,
yeah. I used to like that as well.
One of the races you turned up to last year because it's a night race. Although you weren't in Australia. I was disappointed you weren't in Australia. You missed 3 races.
There was a reason. I was asleep.
You were asleep, but you missed 3 red flags in the best race of the year. We missed you, weren't we? Well, actually, to be fair, you were supposed to be in Saudi Arabia, but you were not physically allowed near me because I had COVID.
Also, you know, it's the last day of the Premiership today.
Oh, is Jeff gone then?
Who?
Jeff Sterling, is he gone now? For Soccer Saturday?
Yeah, well, it's not Saturday, is it? Sunday.
Oh, well, is he going today?
Maybe, yeah.
Right.
He's got his job on Countdown, he doesn't need it.
That's true, yeah. He can retire.
If he's still on Countdown, I haven't seen it for years.
I've not seen
My
Countdown
mother
for years.
used to love Countdown.
Is Countdown still on?
She went to see it being made a couple of times.
She did, didn't she? Yeah. She stole pens. There's a whole box
My
somewhere
mother
over there.
never ever stole pens.
There's a Countdown pen somewhere over there in a box. In fact, I can see the box where it is right now at the top there. Next to the copy of Just Good Friends 1984's Christmas special and Roger Roger.
I used to have, when I was 8 years old, I used to have a Yorkshire Television T-shirt because my brother was on Yorkshire Television doing origami and got given this T-shirt.
Car 27.
He wasn't doing origami. This guy called Jeff Harbin was.
Go on, Josh.
I don't know what year you're in because Jeff stopped presenting Countdown in 2011.
Well, no. That's about the last time I watched Countdown. We're talking about Jeff. You know, he's had a lot of heartache this year. Hartlepool have gone down again. Despite our old goalkeeper and our old striker being there and doing well for them.
Hasn't helped them. So, we're on lap 32 of 78. We haven't had the main pit stops yet. In fact, we've only had Albon and Sargent come in. And then we had Perez, Hülkenberg, Zhou stop on the opening lap due to damage. But everybody else has stayed out. Box for Lewis. Thank you very much. And Lewis is here. Down to you, Omi.
Hamilton into the pits. Hard tyres go on for him. And he's going to be getting back now. 3-second pit stop for him. Oh, sorry, I was just getting a radio, so I just stopped talking about Verstappen. But he's making his way now back onto the racetrack. Clean air for him as he now comes back out. Leclerc on the radio.
And push now, everything you have.
Yeah, so whatever.
Okay, so plan A, Josh, it seems to be for Ferrari. Plan A, go for it. And they've got to try and beat Ocon because now Ocon's holding up the rest of the train. But look at that. Alonso's closed in on Verstappen. His tyres starting to go off, his Max's. But he's hit traffic as well.
Yeah, well, look who Max Verstappen has just lapped. Sergio Perez has been lapped by Max Verstappen. Timed at 15:42.18 local.
Wow. Yeah. He's never going to live that down, is he? One mistake in qualifying. The championship lead, which was already around about 14 points.
As well?
Yes, he is. fact, in qualifying, we were talking about it, weren't we? Me, you and Jess were talking about it because Danny Ricciardo was stood directly above the garage of Sergio Perez. Like a force.
Ocon's in.
Oh, yeah, Ocon's in. Down to you, Amy. Oh, it's a slow stop. Sorry. Go on.
Yeah, slow stop for him. Not what he wants. I think Prix will now react straight away and try and see if they can get out ahead. But 4.2 seconds, not what Alpine wanted at all. And in a race that is so crucial for track position, let's hope.
Lost it down to 7th, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
So you just...
Yeah, sorry, I was just hearing radio again, so...
Oh, right. Have you got Alex Jakes in your ear?
No, I just have the radio. And
I see. I see. I was wondering which one you had hold of then.
I'm surprised about that, actually. Oh, that's Stroll.
Stroll turning in on Perez to try and stop them getting under attack. So that's Max passing, and then Stroll nearly wipes out. Now, which one, was that Perez one ball with now? Yes, it was. Perez nearly hit him.
Oh, that.
Yeah, it's all that. What the f with that? You're not allowed?
Oh. No, it's not allowed. And to be fair, that was a bit naughty from Stroll there. I don't think he knew Perez was there.
It's all about when you're coming down that hill out of the tunnel. You can't always see the person on the right.
No, you can't. No.
I know
Science pits.
They've curved the wing mirrors to make that possible. Finally, yeah.
Science pits, Omi. What's he put on?
Yep, Science now back. Will be getting out. Now the question is, where will he be compared to Esteban Ocon? So you're going to be seeing Sainz just coming out. Will he be able to get out ahead? It's going to be close between the no, but Esteban Ocon is going to just get out in front. Exactly what he needs. Sainz will have to reach behind, but he has those mediums to chase after the Alpine driver, Verstappen.
If we pit now, we fall behind Fernando. I'm sure you understand the situation.
Because Fernando...
If you pit now, we'll fall behind Fernando.
So Alonso will get the jump on him.
Yeah. Where's Megan? She's just disappeared.
But they are on two different types of tyre.
Yeah, hard and medium.
But you never know if you get Alonso in front of Verstappen.
Yeah.
Would Verstappen ever be able to get past him here in Monaco?
No.
And by the way, looking at that weather map, it's raining. It's going to rain in France, but not in Monaco.
Yeah, it's just like a little bit of an invisible force is surrounding the Monaco track now as well. If you're just joining us, Verstappen's been told, I want to box, but you're not allowed to box. And this, I believe, is Sergio Perez on the attack.
Do you know the F2
paddock? Oh, hang on, sorry, Perez.
There we are.
Perez has hit the back of one of the Haas cars.
Yeah, that's a few minutes ago we saw it.
I thought
it was Stroll.
His wing was wiggling.
No, that's Stroll, but Perez had a second crash.
I had a damage. Just brake tested me.
That's a different...
So Magnussen has a little bit of a wiggle coming to the Niveau chicane.
He hit the Haas.
Yeah, Perez just run right to the back of him and Stroll's gone back to him. So Perez is having the weekend from hell. Wow, this is getting fun.
Just as Red Bull planned.
Yes. Give Max the lead. But,
this is Danny Rick's second weekend. His first being
Australia.
Australia,
Oh
right?
God, what happened in Australia?
What happened to Perez in Australia? Weekend from hell.
I think
Perez,
yeah.
box. But what happened in Monaco, which is happening now? A weekend from hell.
That's
Who's
true.
in the paddock? Danny Rick.
Is very good with an axe.
Yeah, just smashing up the gearbox. Tell you one thing though, Perez, Australia, crashed in qualifying, started at the back of the grid, had a race from hell until a late race red flag pushed him up the order.
Matthew says that Jeff Stalin leaves Soccer Saturday today on Soccer Sunday.
Ah, nice. 10 further turns involving Perez and Stroll reviewed, no further action. Place was given back.
Now that's a curious thing.
That's a weird one. Next, Fader, Stroll.
Wait.
Exactly what I talked about. Exactly what I talked about.
Scientists.
Slow intro, Hamilton 1.4 behind. The main target there was to cover Hamilton. Hamilton 1 second behind.
I don't care about Hamilton. I was weak.
Fader. Wow.
That was colourful.
Stroll's really not angry, is he? Back to you.
So I'm just looking at the things there.
The YouTube chat.
I just think Red Bull are panicking now.
Yeah. Well, we're halfway, aren't we? No, 43.
One
What's
of
happened
the-
to Stroll? Blue flag. Blue flag. Blue flag. to let
he
Alonso
just went
through.
down into second, so
But then again,
Alonso could overtake him.
if something was to happen to Stroll, then it would be because he literally ran over Haas's debris.
Yeah, can I just point out, Fernando Alonso just lapped his teammate. So basically,
because he's a lap down. So you know it's stupid him holding Alonso up, especially when Alonso's trying to eat into the gap so that he's got a bigger lead. If
Charles space. Charles lap time 17.5 in free air.
I was doing 65.
What's his fastest lap time, Megan, compared to his best? Best lap time for Sainz?
What do you mean? Fastest? Do you mean most recent?
Yeah, what is it?
Most recent lap time is a 1:17.979.
What were you noticing with that engine? I noticed you
It
leaned
was a
forward.
little rough.
Who were we on
The
board with?
Ferrari, it was one of the two Ferraris. I think it was Sainz.
Yeah.
Don't know what his best
And that sounded a little rough.
is. Albon.
So it's currently 42 laps to go. Potential risk of rain with about 20 laps to go.
Do you know, this potential risk of rain is changing all the time. When I was in the house, I heard end of a race. It's like, make up your mind.
Stroll nearly hits the back
Stroll did hit the back of the half.
of Magnussen. And this race is just... This, I think, is one of the best Monaco Grand Prix we've had in a very long time.
It's what I was saying earlier about the fact that, you know, the braking is tough here. You've also got a heavier steering wheel.
Yeah.
Is Magnussen
And it's
okay?
good.
He's being bullied.
Magnussen is being bullied. Stroller says, I've got damage. Well, no.
And his engineer's just gone.
Magnussen has
back
emotional
and
damage
front.
from you all.
Left and right.
Lance Stroll is just a walking, talking pinball machine. He's a pinball wizard today, isn't he? Getting knocked around here.
A Canadian pinball wizard.
Indeed, yeah.
Stroll may have the car damage, though right now Magnussen has the emotional damage from everyone around him.
If anybody gets Sky Sports that's listening, go on the website and look at Stroll taking Natalie around in an Aston Martin.
Yeah, everybody's freeze
she fall
framed.
off?
She freaked out.
She did, but everybody's freeze framed on one particular image because he goes like that and accidentally touches her breast, which is fantastically funny because Natalie, you can see Natalie go, oh! Because he's gone to protect her because she's leaned forward in the seat and the seat hasn't stopped, so he's gone to protect her and hits her right there. It's quite funny.
It's not as bad as throwing her into the pool like Ricciardo did.
Can't do that this year though, thanks to the water shortage, which I find coincidental that we were flooded out a week ago and now there's a drought.
Wait, what?
Have you ever noticed that Danny Rick kept the hairstyle that Wilf, Natalie's little son, did with his dad's hair shaver?
She was pregnant at the
What
time.
is it today?
Oh, so go on, Josh.
What is it today with Aston Martins and Hasses and Williams and Hasses?
It's really bizarre. I feel sorry for Omi. We've only given him, what, two pit stops today?
There's water right around the track.
Yeah.
Well, Josh,
And
it
that was a
just
sausage.
has to be.
Oh, God. How many races has he been gone? What race is this? This is round 6, right? He's been gone for 4 races. Yeah. Everybody's been wanting you back, though, to be fair. So that's good.
William Hills were giving evens for me being thrown out before lap 20.
Why are you giving me so... To be fair, I thought we had a red flag by now, so you might have just... Why are you giving me so G-force, Megan?
Just naturally.
I'm quite enjoying this, to be fair.
I'm not giving you evils, I'm just tired.
Well,
like Magnussen is.
Okay, yeah, can I just put out...
That, do you know,
Got a costume
that
change.
Ferrari,
That's pretty.
that Ferrari is just naturally loud.
It is, isn't it? It's got a throaty...
It's got a gruff.
Yeah.
Do you remember a few years ago when they were doing the old oil through the engine?
Oh, yeah. 18, 19, 20, yeah.
Well, I'm not saying that they are, but it sounds like that now.
Yeah.
Oh, look, a red crane.
So what have they found that they can do with their exhaust gases that's making their engine sound like there is no muffler?
Maybe channeling it underneath the floor, giving it a bit more ground effect, channeling the air down.
smoke of fire extinguisher?
Let's have a look. There could be. Oh, Josh, look at that.
I love the sound of the Aston Martin and the Red Bull.
Water
That's seawater.
Yeah, that's not
That
water.
can be converted.
Can't you see water?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, Josh, are we going to get rain? What's the weather forecast saying? Come on.
We should help
Do
her
you
out.
want the answer of me looking at the radar or the answer of me not looking at the radar?
Both. Megan said both.
Okay, so the answer of not looking at the radar is yes. We are going to get rain because it's Monaco. There's always rain in Monaco. The one looking at the radar and looking at the clouds is yes, rain soon trademark.
Fantastic.
Antonio Giovinazzi.
Dio Nat says it's straight pipes, that's why you hear no muffler.
Yeah. I understand.
Wasn't our Chevy straight pipes? Correction, isn't our Chevy straight pipes?
I was going to say,
which
because
one.
we've had 2 Chevys.
Yeah, that's true. This one.
And we've got, I'd have to look underneath it, and I can't get underneath it.
So I just wait until Mum rolls in.
I don't know.
I can look underneath it.
I know Pete's is a double.
Double along the sides, isn't it?
Yeah.
But his is the sedan version like yours.
Like mine was.
Yeah, the saloon, but it's the saloon car to us, but sedan
Yeah.
over there in America. Stroll's trying to have another go at
I
Magnussen.
think your mum's only got curved pipes.
Yeah, okay, it's
and
the
only
hatchback,
one.
isn't it? Yeah. Stroll's going to have another. Oh, go on, Josh.
Do you want a third say in what the pit lane people
Oh, yes,
will
go
think
on.
about the rain?
Oh, this should be good. You'll be reading it for about 20 minutes.
Go outside, put your hand out, look up at the clouds and see if it's raining.
Well, here it's
Or
fine and dandy.
you
Oh,
can,
soundproofing.
or you can actually, pick up your phone and ring any of the Formula 2 guys, no, Formula 3 guys.
Yeah.
Because
Actually, it's in France, yeah.
their pit area is actually in France,
He always hits for rain.
over the border, isn't it?
It's
Down
deep
by
voice.
up
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
the school.
Yes,
It's
at the
car
top of the
park
hill.
at the school,
yeah.
at the top of the hill.
So we might see that, but look at Stroll. He's really closing in again on Magnussen for 14th position.
Because I still think Josh looks like it's like he's doing this from I don't know. Where's the hottest place? Sahara Desert.
Yeah.
It is.
Can I just put out, I hate the fact that we're going to be wearing
22
ties.
degrees right now, but it feels like 100.
Yeah, it's he looks hot.
How did you manage during the heat wave?
Ours is on 15 degrees.
I didn't.
So I take it you're not going to be wearing a tie later because you might actually physically suffocate. No, he's going to wear a tie.
I mean,
yeah.
It is here.
But, yeah.
Someone I know who has
Maybe.
ginger hair literally
I mean,
avoided the
I
heat wave
could-
by going to Turkey.
I could swap out the tie for a pit lane whistle.
That'll do. Yeah, swap out that for a pit
There you
lane
go.
whistle. That'll do. Yeah. Although, Megan, are you in wardrobe after this race? Because I know I am.
We'll see.
Yeah, I'm going. Oh, Russell.
Depends if I can.
Gasoline back at me, I reckon. Not sure why.
Maybe because you've got some
Planning?
You've got Snowden at night. Wants to get back in the mix, maybe. Just a little thing. Yeah, I'm going to be in makeup. Changing wardrobe, changing everything, suits on, everything. 30 minutes changeover.
I've never heard Russell sound so sceptical.
I've never heard Russell sound so English before.
It's like, I'm not sure why.
It was like listening to Miss Marple.
Well, he is from King's Lynn.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Sandringham and all that.
For those who don't know, the King's House in Norfolk is called Sandringham, and King's Lynn is 2 miles to the left.
Hold on, we might get an hour in actually before we say something.
I'm not sure how long I can keep this up though.
Understood, Max, so just keep us informed.
So yeah, Max still doesn't like it as well. Go on, we've been on here an hour now since you've been in the box. Are you going to mention the apple juice? Because that's what it all started in Monaco. Because the Prince, we saw Prince Albert drinking a glass of it.
Talking of Prince Albert, let's talk about Princess. What's her name?
Charlene.
Charlene, that's it. You think, Princess Charlene? She's changed her hair colour.
Has she?
Yeah, she's gone light brunette.
Oh. rumours were they weren't actually getting along, those two, weren't they? But they seem to be okay here.
Either that or she's just really good at putting on a face and planning things.
Yeah, Josh, it's getting darker out here.
Well, she was an Olympic swimmer, wasn't she?
Yeah.
She's probably planning to swim away.
Really strong. He was a horse rider, wasn't he? So
He was.
I wouldn't say. I would say she's stronger than him.
Yeah, Josh.
They look happy.
They do, yeah. Yeah, Josh, it's getting visibly darker on the track. It's like 2010.
Oh, well,
remember?
that bit that fell
Anderson,
off,
yeah,
it's still there.
Oh, water. Great sign as well. It's starting to ripple, so that the air pressure's changing. Humidity is at 42%. We started it at 53. Isn't falling humidity sign of rain?
Leclerc
Rising
boxed the first of the top 5 to pits. Here he comes.
Omi, to you.
Yeah, Charles Leclerc in the pits, on goes a medium compound set of tyres, and it's a 2.2 pit stop for him, as he's now going to be going back onto the racetrack. But Charles Leclerc making the pit stop. Gasly was closing in on him. Russell also 1.3 now behind the Alpine driver
brand new
as
medium,
well.
yeah.
But yeah, so Leclerc rejoins in 8th place, so behind Hamilton as well by quite a margin. So yeah, I think we're going to be getting some more pit stops now from the drivers in the top 5.
Yeah, as Dianat says, Verstappen on C4 mediums as well. Josh says the same thing. Dianat says it's falling humidity they need to be worried about. Okay, Josh, to you.
Yeah, well, I hope, I hope it's getting visibly darker out here, but it's definitely not, and I'm a long way from Monaco, but
Yeah.
I hope it gets visibly darker.
We're
here, 'cause it is
closer
very
than
hot.
you. We can try to go like that. We're closer than you. But I've just looked actually. I've just seen a little bit of light coming through one of the bricks, so we need to get that sorted.
I've just asked Kylie if I can have my my trainers back, and she's text back saying, I should be so lucky."
Oh god. Just here as I had a bit of a sneezing fit, I will do my hands, you know.
Lucky, lucky, lucky.
COVID may be not a public health care anymore. We're still going to be careful with germs.
So mainly rain in about 15 laps potentially.
Is it 15 now?
There's only 33 to go. We're past halfway. It is in the, hang on. Timing tower's frozen. It's timing tower has actually frozen, and we've lost audio for the track slightly. What's going on there? There we go. That tower's frozen. It's not updated. We're now on that 47. So this one is live. That one's not. So a little bit of a glitch.
I can't see either of them, so it doesn't matter.
Can you not?
No, I've got glasses on.
Okay, we need to get him a new pair of glasses so we can actually see. When was the last time we had an eye test? Forget that.
I don't know.
Was it in the 21st century?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's a no, so you might not even be born. I certainly wasn't. If
I know a lot of things. I know it's Naomi's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Naomi Shift.
Well, not today. I think it's next week.
Oh, right, well, behind then.
She's 29.
Here's Fernando.
And
Red
she
Bull
was
at
born
Wood.
in Belgium.
That's specific.
Here we go.
Where are we?
That's rain predicted in 45 minutes' time.
Where are we on the thing?
Centre of the dot. So by that screen, I don't think we're going to have rain. I just don't. Although, by looking above, on the track
You
pictures,
might get some spin.
we're going to have rain.
Do you know, all the preparation until a few years ago for this race was that you've got to set up the car as if you're going to have high temperature. And then we had that year where it rained like mad.
Was it last year? Yeah.
No, this was about 5 years ago.
Oh,
the
16,
same
16,
season,
yeah, 2016,
everybody
yeah.
set up for rain in Spa,
that's close.
And it was bone dry,
brilliant
yeah.
sunshine.
Piastri hit the wall on the second of the swimming pool chicanes.
One's named Louis Charon, the other is named La Piscine. As well. Oh, pit stop.
Gasly pits.
Josh, sorry, Omi, what's he put on? See, force of habit.
So people feel so comfortable in peeing in that pool.
Did you know Raskas is a fish?
Yes, I did. And Gasly has put on new medium compound tyres and comes out behind Sainz as well. See, that's how instinctive I am to throw to Josh in the pit lane.
It's that ugly-looking fish that hides in the floor, looking like sand, and has got orange thingies,
a few kilometres
orange
away from the
fins.
track we're monitoring.
Rain in the area. Rain a few kilometres on the track.
I would like to join the McLaren club a little bit early.
Oh yeah.
So I've put the mechanical pen in.
That'll do it. Right, we've tried to reload one of our timings because luckily we've still got another one up here in the commentary box, otherwise we'd be completely dead in the water. As we try and... Oh, there's a bag being flown up there. So, the top three haven't pitted, but guess who's now in third position after starting 12th? Oh yeah, it's George Russell, who has proved that a little bit of patience seems to be key here, Megan.
Josh?
Adam says he's wearing an orange shirt with the blue tie.
What did I tell you?
Fantastic, hello.
What did I tell you when you asked me, who do you think is going to win this race?
You said Russell. You said Russell, I said, are you mad?
Yeah.
I still think you're mad.
But for different reasons?
Yeah. Totally separate reasons. So, it's lap 49 of I think this has been quite a good Monaco Grand Prix.
I think, I'm back in here for today, and famously, I say about 15 laps to go. If we get rain, that's going to be some 15 laps, isn't it?
You're right. Oh, Magnussen touched the wall, the exit Sainte Devote, just doing the rear suspension. Well, look, we've got 29 to go now.
How come I've not been thrown out yet?
It's all been quite nice racing.
Oh.
Thrown out?
Yeah, you two usually throw me out by now.
I never throw you out. I always
Here's
like
the key
you.
then, if you want to be thrown.
Don't throw him out. Verstappen radio. Verstappen.
Maybe drop some rain around turn 6 to turn 8.
Well, that hurried up.
Yeah, a few kilometres away. By the way, rain.
Well, as I said, in that part of southern France, it's Nice area, isn't it? And you get these pockets of rain that are very small, and it can be raining on one side of the street and not the other.
It's raining at Nouvelle. There's a spot of water on the camera lens. It's getting very dark there.
That's the worst place for it to rain.
They should change Nouvelle's name, because Nouvelle, that building
86,
was in the 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think as well, I like what Ted said about being the port chicane, like what it used to be, the quick left-right flick. The port chicane is quite a good one. Now, rain in the air, 55 minutes to go on the clock. We have 28 laps to go with the Monaco Grand Prix. Verstappen leads with Alonso second, Russell is third, Ocon fourth, Sainz fifth, Hamilton is sixth with the fastest lap. Here's Russell's radio.
Yeah, it's in turn 3.
And now it's raining at turn 3 at the top of the hill at Massenheim. You can visibly see it now on Max Verstappen's car. Leclerc 7th, Gasly 8th, Tsunoda 9th, Norris rounds out the top 10, Piastri, De Vries, Bottas, Magnussen, Stroll, Hulkenberg, Zhou, Albon, Perez and Sargent. We've had numerous contacts and collisions,
and here
but
we
no
have
one's
a
out.
situation, because earlier on today, one of the F2 lads let his engine let go coming out of the tunnel.
Yes, he did, and it was oil,
and
wasn't it?
oil was put on the track. Just about here, where you can see now with Verstappen. Right, it's hard enough to get around that chicane anyway.
Yeah,
so, if that gets wet and slippery, we're going to see a few incidents.
This could be a very interesting end to this Grand Prix. It's not over yet. It's gone a bit quicker than last year's, so much so we might actually get on here for 4 o'clock for IndyCar. But Norris is in the pit lane. Whether we cut to him, be ready, Omi, because he'll be there soon. Josh too, if we don't get anything from the pit lane. Oh, no, we are. Down to you, Omi.
So here we go, coming in, and he puts on then a self-hard compound of tyres, back out in 2.7 seconds, and he'll be going back now onto the racetrack. De Vries also just making his way now through turn number 19, Anthony knows. And yeah, it's raining more. It's raining more. It's going to get dramatic now. So here we go. I've been listening to a lot of radios, a lot of teams reporting different rains around different corners. So it's really starting now.
Look at the rain.
They're so uncoordinated.
It's here. It's finally arrived. We've got 27 laps to go this race, and it's about to downpour in Monaco.
So who was right?
Well, this could be beneficial. It's a question of who pits first. Who was right? All right, well done, Megan. Yeah, well done.
No, I mean about the rain.
Who was right? I don't know. Josh got it right. He said that the rain was going to come in a few laps' time.
No, I mean out of the teams, which one of them is the least incompetent?
Omi was listening to the radio, so he can tell us more. Omi, who's the least incompetent? He knew it was coming. Surely it's Mercedes.
We've got the top 3 haven't pitted yet.
Yeah, sure.
And so hasn't Sonoda.
Oh, look! Sorry! Look! It's really raining down at the hairpin. It's really bad.
Raining.
It's
okay, you let me know if you need to box to stay on the track, Max.
It's downpouring crazy coming down now.
Well, no, he thought he was just going to stay out there, have a little dance.
It is raining cats and dogs down at Mirabeau, and it is really heavy rain. So surely everyone's going to go for boxing of intermediate tyres. As Sainz tries to go around the outside of Esteban Ocon, but cars are locking up, and cars are going straight on in Neuville. They are slipping. Yeah, debris up there. They are slipping and sliding. Russell's saying box. It's got to be intermediates. It has to be intermediates. It is coming down so fast here in Monaco, and it's changed on a dime. But do you run the risk?
Ocon goes fourth.
And no, well, this is all changing up now, and that's Sainz getting involved, and it's all getting chaotic into Raskas. Into there, no one's boxing. That is a big risk, including Perth. That's a big risk, Dad.
Yeah, but they also know how long this rain's going to last. Looking at that on the hillside there, it's going to be a permanent downpour.
No, Bottas and Stroll. Pit.
And Sargent gets out of the way. Oh, and comes in right between one of the Ferraris. Was that Leclerc in the top of the hill? No, is that Verstappen or Perez?
It was Verstappen.
Yeah, it is. It's Max Verstappen involved. And there's Leclerc
Russell
too.
didn't pit.
Russell pits, and it's raining hard in Mirabeau, and there's cars dumping around left, right, and centre. They're going everywhere. The oil flags around. Perez under attack now by Gasly. Coming out. And they are crawling round into Mirabeau. The track is damp. You can see the reflection of the rain flags on the track now too. And they are gingerly getting through.
I have to try to sit slow because my tyres are...
The word is shot, Max. Shot. Well, not with an I, with an O.
And look at Sainz. He's going to try and come back at Ocon. Ocon goes defensive. Sainz on the brakes. Nearly runs into the back of him. Into Neuville. And at the same time, Perez under attack now by Gasly. Trying to come through. Oh, and they're all cutting the corners. Hamilton. We've got lap traffic involved with normal traffic. Hamilton trying to go through. It's chaos here in Monaco. The pictures are breaking out with the lightning strikes we're getting. So it's absolute chaos here as they try and navigate their way through the damp part, low grip conditions, and we've got a yellow flag in sector 3. It's gone green now, but there's a low grip conditions been established on the circuit. Wow!
I wonder what's going to bring Leclerc off.
Well, surely if you're Fernando Alonso, you decide to box now. Oh, Zhou and Albon pit, surely for intermediate tyres.
He's leaving me no space. You need to do something about it.
Bottas!
We're gonna crash.
What are you looking at?
Bottas and Stroll, they've gone green. That means they've gone to intermediate tyres on the data screen. Well, this is ludicrous, Josh. How long until we have a massive accident?
Again, you took the word right out of my mouth, Josh. But Bottas, Stroll, the only ones on into. Let's see what Zoe is on the pit exit. But yeah, look how wet it is going down into the hairpin.
It is less
no
than
one enters.
35 miles an hour.
It's like F1 on ice.
Yeah, and Serona pits too. Intermediates going on. Bottas, Albon, Sargent, you're all going on intermediates. Yellow, that's an orange flag. So track limits there. Aston says box as Sainz nearly puts in the wall of Portier. This is getting insane, Dad.
Anybody who goes on intermediates now should do well.
Their favourite part of the track now.
Alonso! Yes, I was just about to say it. He's gone and done it. Alonso should box now. Verstappen's decided to continue on. And Fernando Alonso has taken the gamble and has come into the pit lane. He's on our second screen as Ocon goes defensive. Sainz trying to go left and right.
Russell has given up and taking Matt chicane.
That's dries. Alonso's taken dries.
You idiot!
He's on dry compound tyres. He's on brand new medium. No, he's on old medium.
So this must be a rain shower that's, like I said, it's going to be over France heavy and light over Monaco.
Russell in, Ocon in, Hamilton in. They're all diving in. Is it for intermediates? Half the field are going to Inters as well. Oh, this is a brave call. It's Inters. Well, I think it is. It's Inters. Look, it's raining in the pit lane. What's he on? Russell's on Inters. Ocon's on Inters. What have they got to lose? What have they got to lose?
Aston Martin, I have something out for you now.
So, Alonso switched to mediums. Now, if this is a brief rain shower, And Verstappen is forced to pit.
It better be.
This could work out brilliantly for Fernando Alonso, but he's got to be careful because he's. Oh, we got a yellow flag. Sector 7. Where's that, Josh?
Who is it?
Oh.
Mirabo High.
Is it Sainz? Alonso's gone through. It's
Sainz.
It's this.
Ferrari.
Has pitted for dry
And it's.
Understood, Max.
We need Inters now.
Verstappen saying Inters. We've got cars everywhere. Sainz has gone off. We've got a double yellow sector 7 now. We have got cars everywhere. The rain has come down massively and suddenly, and that's now done. Fernando
Russell
Alonso
stopped as well, I think.
Russell,
maybe.
has he?
Go in.
No, they're all still going.
Or slow.
Hamilton, Russell, Gasly, all going there, but double yellows
Fernando,
are out.
go in.
And Verstappen pits for Inters. That's it, it's done. It's raining now. Alonso had the opportunity. Alonso had the opportunity to go to intermediate tyres, and it hasn't worked. He's lost him. Got a yellow. Sector 8. That's a Portier. What's happening now? Oh, the two Ferraris nearly crash. Sainz trying to go around the outside. Leclerc trying to block him for position as well.
In pit, Fernando Alonso.
And he's going to intermediate tyres, but Verstappen was already on it. But that is not worked out at all. Yellow flag is back out again. Why have we got it now? Sector 9. Is it Stroll?
Yes.
Stroll's going really slow on my timing tower.
I think he might have knocked something off.
Box for Ferrari. Green. No, now we've got green. Now we've got yellow. It's all going off here. The timing tower doesn't know what to make of it. Stroll has crashed, I believe. That could cause a safety car. That's exactly what Fernando wants.
I believe that's at the side corner as well. It runs off.
Ferrari have got no choice but to do a double stack here as well with Leclerc, and that's why they were battling. Sainz is going to have to wait as Leclerc gets a pit stop, and Sainz comes in now for the Inters.
Get through.
And where is the yellow? Sainz has stopped. It's Stroll, but where is the? Why have we got a safety car?
Because it's the middle of the track. Though luckily they can get through. Though it's a massive thing.
Absolutely.
I feel.
Track surface slippery sector 1 and 19.
Are we going to see Stroll at all?
Green flag.
Because he has stopped.
Green flag. But it's yellow again. Where's that? Double yellow sector 8.
Sector 2, they're
and
green.
We've gone green. So there's cars going everywhere.
Sector 2
still
yellow
stopped.
flag.
Oh, it's out again. Now we go green, and
it's just a case of people are sliding off onto the perimeters.
Is this full wet?
And then coming back over the sensors.
Is this full wet?
No, I wouldn't say it's full.
What?
Sorry, am I the only one seeing this?
Oh, this is Max Verstappen. This is on his slowdown lap, coming into Portier. This is before he pitted. He's still leading. Oh, he touched the wall. He touched the wall. Nobody was screaming for Inters. He hit the wall. And this is Sainz. And this is how he went off the track. Coming into Mirabo, locks up, loses the and just skids. Aquaplanes.
You see, what people should realise is that you have to slow down in these cars.
Oh, look at that for Sainz. Just aquaplane massively.
It loses the temperature in the tyres.
And this
Stroll.
It makes these slicks absolutely like ice.
Oh, Stroll's hit the wall on intermediates.
He's taking his front wing off.
And that's why he's so slow. And that was down at Mirabo, and he hit it again. Oh, that's Stroll out of the race. He's used his Aston Martin as a dodger.
It's fully off.
Yeah, that's why there was a. That's why
he hit into the wall the second time to make sure he could actually move.
Yeah, brave.
Good idea, actually. Quick thinking.
What a stupid idea from Aston Martin and Alonso. They saw it should have been intermediates. They put slicks on. It should have been Inters, because now look at the track.
They were idiots.
I think this is almost calling for a red flag.
You've now got 22 seconds between Verstappen and Alonso. And
the cars are not just struggling to move, they are aquaplaning right now on the Inters. It is raining very hard, and the track surface is very... It's sort of slimy, isn't it?
Full wet.
We've got a wash now at the hairpin.
Why is Magnussen still on hard?
It's time for full.
Yeah, Magnussen's still on dries. According to the timing screen, Magnussen is still on hard.
Magnussen has no fear. He's had emotional damage during this race. He
is! Well, look, he's still on hard tyres.
He's surprisingly doing well.
Yeah, the driving licence, Kevin, Scandinavian countries all have to have... But as part of the driving tests,
this is easy for him.
Sliding and slipping.
This is just a normal Monday.
Hulkenberg goes through.
Even though it's Sunday.
Well, this is ludicrous right now.
Kevin's obviously expecting it to stop.
We're going to box for full wets, Kev. We're going to box for full wets.
I knew full was coming.
No! I could kiss you. I know what you've done. You've waited until the worst of the conditions, and you have to do one stop. Kevin Magnussen is about to leap from the entire field on the wet tyre.
I was thinking it was time for full wets.
Turn 5 is involving Russell and Perez, no deal, free join. Okay, so Alonso, hey, Fernando, baby, pit now for full wets, because this is undrivable conditions. It's almost red flag. It's fine in the last sector. It's just these first 2 sectors that are really poor.
Actually, it's better on the flat bits than it is on the hills.
Yeah.
On the,
Look now.
Look now.
Yellow flag, sector 17. Where's that, Josh?
That is turn 18.
Raskas. So who's spun it at Raskas?
Magnussen.
Oh, there's Magnussen.
Oh, he's reversing
He didn't make it.
He's still going.
I don't think he's damaged the front wing. He might just get away with this.
Yeah, he's still going. He's just had a little
Has
turn.
he? Oh, he's damaged the wing.
His wing.
Oh, well,
That can easily... He's pitting anyway.
And it's not too bad. It still might put... He's going to be on full wet anyway.
And
No
he
one
was
else.
right next to it.
No one else has got on full wet tyres yet, so he's still got
But it
that
was that
opportunity.
braking before you turned in.
It's looking a bit drier now.
Stroll is officially out.
Stroll becomes our first retirement from the Grand Prix.
I knew he
It's
wasn't.
time for the red
Oh.
line of doom.
Yep, on it. Omi.
Yeah, so Magnussen, front wing being changed, and it happened at the Rascal, so Haas might have not been fully aware of it. But I think Aston Martin should pit Alonso. Let's have just a look at Magnussen as well. I think they should pit Alonso because they've got enough second places. If they want to win this,
Sector
they've got to do
15.
something different.
Sector
So,
15.
Yeah.
That's
I think
it.
it's Sargent.
That's the
Sargent,
swim pool.
maybe.
Swim pool. Le Piscine. Who is it?
first one.
Oh, hang on. That is a
Hairpin.
that's a hairpin.
Sergeant.
That's Sargent, though.
Yeah, that's Sergeant the hairpin.
That
So
is Sargent.
He
There
must
might
have
have been
just
two
at the
different.
plane.
There might have been 2 different moments.
yeah, he was. It could have been. Well, the clear's going slow. So Science, the field's so spread out now. Let's hear from Science.
What is the forecast?
Stay for 5 minutes, this kind of rain.
Only 5 minutes. I need more
Who's that?
to complete
Perez.
swim.
That's our best guess, but can be anything, as you know.
You're really a sunshine of information, and I mean
Well,
that ironically, Ferrari.
I'll tell you this. They
So,
do-
like,
full wet.
5 minutes. Could be
Perez-
longer, though.
right,
Just like,
what-
helpful.
What's Perez got to lose? Full wet tyres. He's on the strategy. That might work out a
Also-
bit more. Go on, Omi.
So Sergeant under investigation, speeding in the pit lane, and same with Sergeant under investigation.
He's got it.
Speeding.
5-second time penalty. Omi's just come up on the monitor. 5 seconds for speeding.
Are
Megan.
we sure he could help it in this weather?
And
Yeah.
Lewis has got fastest lap.
Oh yeah, and that's never going to change because he's on Inters, and he got that on the previous runaround. What was it, Megan? Best lap time? It doesn't tell us. Yeah, well that's great, isn't it?
What I don't like about this timing screen.
Yes, it does. 1:15.650. So that's done. It's still raining very hard coming through the Portier corner as Esteban Ocon almost puts it in the wall, and Norris has passed Piastri for 10th position as well. What a crazy Grand Prix this is turning out to be. And George Russell has been given a penalty, as we hear from him on the radio.
We're all cool. You're in a good position, and we're looking at the heavyweights. We're monitoring. Keep talking to us.
Oh, doesn't matter.
Just 6-1, extraordinarily wet, 3 to 6.
Yeah, and the lap times are reflected.
It's a
Safe rejoin. No rejoin right now is safe.
Yeah, that's a 5-second time penalty, I'm afraid, for an unsafe rejoin. But how do you police that?
There was somebody else.
Yellow, double sector
mine's
2.
not
That's a turn 1. That's a turn 1. So who's gone off here?
Mine's not on.
No, it's this now. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? You on?
It's a Haas.
Magnussen.
It's Magnussen.
Magnussen straight on at turn 1 at Sandevant, and he's gone deep into the tyre wall. So where is he's gone straight on? So where is that's at the church almost? Can you? Is it your mic on?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure.
He just wanted to get to
That's
mass
deep,
quickly.
deep into the runoff area.
Yeah, our mics have had a bit of a glitch. Right.
Well, mine are
Reversing.
fine.
There you go. Yeah, yours is fine. You were louder. You were the one who said it, Dad.
What?
Just test your mic.
Testing me, Mike.
Good.
Mike says he's okay.
This is Russell with the unsafe rejoin. Wow, there's a car already on the ground in the area. What?
So we have a 5-second time penalty for the rejoin.
Oh, because he Perez!
So you
couldn't see anything.
Oh, that was the rejoin then.
So that was the unsafe rejoin. Okay, that's fair because he whacked into the side of Perez.
Yeah, you've got to use the mirrors.
Oh,
you know, mate.
Sergio on Inters before he pitted. That's why he came in. He whacked the wall. That was the reason for the yellow flag.
Great save there by Sergio.
Oh.
But he does manage to take some of the advertising hoarding off.
He didn't like that brand.
Josh T says Good call, Dan Perry. Good call on the weather timing, Josh. Dion Nat says Josh T. Rain. I can't read that one. What was it? Sangoma as well. I don't get that one.
We was hoping the rain would be in Spain.
Yeah. Well, it lost us in Emilia-Romagna. He's certainly coming back now. Lap 61 of 78. 18 laps to go. The Monaco Grand Prix has turned in from already very exciting to a complete and utter total wipeout as they come through.
Isn't it Barcelona next week?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, rain in Spain.
Your mic is way low, isn't it? Hang on. There you go, try now.
Try now.
There we go, that's better. Way better.
Yeah, the rain in Spain falls mainly on the Red Bulls.
Max Verstappen is gingerly...
I'd swear them all turned down, the Red Bulls.
Can I just point out something? Verstappen is really struggling here because look at Alonso. Alonso was 22 seconds back. He's 15. Verstappen's really struggling in these conditions. Let's hear from Lewis. Yellow sector 7.
It's getting to a point. It's pretty dangerous out here. Vice to Prix.
Yellow.
Okay, copy. Range should start to reduce.
Sector 2, isn't
3
it?
to 9.
Can't tell. Timing tower's not telling me who it is. Sector 7. Green flag now. So,
wait,
Albon, I do believe.
Right.
There is so much debris on this surface now, circuit now.
Okay.
Lewis saying it's getting dangerous. I wonder if they red flag it.
Which sectors are...
Is that a red flag? Hang on, was that a red flag? I just saw a yellow. I just saw a red flag come through. Look, race control. They're trying to break through with the red flag. I saw on the time. If you look back on the YouTube stream, I swear, I'm looking now here. I swear a red flag graphic just came up.
Check for you.
Norris has had his lap time deleted, but I was looking at it. If Josh, you've got the YouTube stream open, skip back, and you'll see it come through. I swear the red flag came out, and then it disappeared. I swear I saw it just on the thing.
I think it must have been somebody pressing the
button, yeah.
Button accidentally.
Was a, I've just
yeah. Oh, big snap from PS2.
now.
Yeah, what was it?
It was a black flag.
Right.
Just with it was basically just a template that
right.
we sent. It was plain flag, just the word flag, and in the text below it said RCM, which is race control method. So they accidentally sent the template.
Right, thank you, Josh. Let's hear from sides.
We expect the rain to stop in 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah, but it's not going to dry out,
Do not
is
trust that. He told you that 5 minutes ago.
This ain't going to dry out. Oh, it looks like it's already stopped, really, coming to Myanmar.
These are like Hoovers, these new cars.
Yeah.
You know, the old ones were brilliant at it. Even on Inters, you know, it'll get grippy quite quickly.
The only good news is that the Red Bull pool has now got water in it, so Verstappen can still dive in it later.
This is good for the people of France and Monaco. They've had a drought.
Yes, really is actually.
Keep the rain going.
Yeah, overnight rain as well. Now rain here in this race. Who says the Monaco Grand Prix is boring? And there is Lance Stroll walking back in, soaked. I would just jump in, Lance. Just have a swim. Don't take your helmet though, you'll drown.
You could use it as a floaty.
I doubt it'll float. It's heavy, that helmet.
You could use it to chuck water at other people.
That's true. Well, 16 laps remaining in this race. Lap 63 of 78. Hamilton's got it.
That means 1 lap time.
Wonder what's going to happen next. The rain already sort of spiced things up. Come on, Fernando. Oh, everyone's looking at him. Podiums in 2011 and 2012. Victories here in 06 and 07.
15 laps to go and the rain stops in 2.
If Leclerc gets close, can we potentially invert positions? And I don't go more than a 5 ahead of Lewis. If he didn't obviously get Esteban. So no obligation.
This pace is very good at the moment.
George wants to be let through on Hamilton to have a go at Esteban before the end of the race.
So why can't Lewis do that?
Yeah.
Lewis can do that job just as well.
He's
Trust
right
me,
there.
you've had a win
He's right
recently. You just let him have one, please.
It'd be a nice podium, though, wouldn't it? With Verstappen, Alonso, and Hamilton. That'd be a very nice podium. Has it happened this year? I think Australia, maybe.
I don't think Ocon's going to easily give up this position. He's done well this race, hasn't he?
Yeah, good qualifying as well.
Keeping the qualifying position.
Russell.
The
rain intensity is going to be reducing from here on.
Yeah, it's easing up. It's easing up, Crofty, slowly. But
Ted.
yeah, Russell, the response from Mercedes there, which is, well, you're staying more than 5 seconds ahead of Leclerc anyway by yourself. So thanks for the offer, George.
Oh, of course.
I don't think we'll put you ahead of Lewis. Doesn't make.
We forgot that
Time
Russell
penalty.
has a 5-second penalty.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, of course, forgot it. So, time penalty, meaning that he wants to be out there as soon as possible and don't go 5 seconds ahead of Lewis. He just wants to. He wants Lewis to hold Leclerc up.
He has got 7 seconds between him and Leclerc.
And Nico Hülkenberg has now got his second penalty of the race.
Everyone has a penalty.
It's a 10-second time penalty. What for, Josh?
Serving penalty incorrectly.
Okay.
How did he do that?
I think in the melee of the pit lane drama, he didn't serve the 5
This
seconds.
is
Right?
turning into Ocon earlier on in the season.
Yeah, where was Ocon? Is that Saudi?
I think he ended up getting to me like 20 seconds.
No, it was Bahrain.
Or Bahrain.
Yeah, I can't do that with my voice. It's already going scratchy.
You'll get that one.
Bahrain, yeah. That's how you pronounce it, Bahrain. The H is Bahrain.
And Josh, you'll get that if you remember what happened on Friday in between sessions.
If I was here, I'd sometimes leave the box and just leave you lot to play. Just sort of run away. Lock the door.
Like Omi playing on the floor with his flashing lights.
Missed that. Lewis is catching Ocon. Russell wants to have a go. No, to be fair, no.
No, because Russell has got 7, nearly 8 seconds between him and Leclerc.
Yeah.
And if he can keep that up himself, it won't make any difference.
If Hamilton can get past Ocon, then that actually gives Russell more room to actually get past others.
Sorry, you've got about 5 seconds to say it. Say it, 15.
What?
You're saying?
Yeah. I've already said it, haven't I?
I'll say it again.
Well, there's only 13 laps to go now. 14.
All right, whatever. I'm just trying to tee you up there. You did say it earlier, to be fair.
I did. I said 15 laps to go.
There we go. Indy 500 coming up straight after this as well.
An hour.
Not bad.
I'm not there for that.
No.
Last day of the Premiership.
Everybody else is in the team. Megan and me now got to go to wardrobe and get changed. What are you looking at, Megan? The time now, it's 3:32.
No.
What?
Did we ask?
Ask what? No, we didn't.
No.
I know what you're thinking. On it now. Go, go, go. Quickly. Faster, because they're not here because they haven't got the key. So quick, go. And say it is important.
My children are asking their mother for milk.
Actually, I'm asking Dana.
Aren't you?
Okay. Yeah, we forgot the milk. The cartons.
Are we getting loads of different ones or just
No,
two?
just get the 2 small cartons of milk. Off you go quickly.
How can you forget the milk on Indy 500 Day?
Because we've got 2 big...
Josh?
we have got 2 big cartons, so we can just take that. Jess says, I've got my outfit. I will need to change out to Monaco. Me too. I've sweated through this shirt.
I'm kind of in it, but kind of not in it at the same time.
I might just wear this.
Okay, we need to find some paces, mainly under braking. Let's do your best. I know it's difficult.
I know, but this brake sucks.
Oh god.
Offset 5.
Oh,
Ended up
Yuki.
under braking. You can do it.
Oh, he went...
Trying to crush me or what?
Oh.
I would imagine that's not.
Sonoda's just going full-blown alchemist at it, isn't it?
At least he isn't swearing.
Yeah, well...
He's
wait.
moved to saying sucks instead.
That could be somewhat worse. Any response?
Yeah.
Give a video. Give a call. Actually, call. Go out the box and call. Go on. Go and call. This is mighty important work. Off you go. I just went to lean and forgot there's no chair next to me this time as well. So I'm just not because literally I've got a whole standing area now. But the problem is I can stand and not be on camera. So we need a bigger lens.
Black and white flag for Perez track limits.
Ah, what? What? Megan got scared by a pigeon. Okay. Off you go. On board with Yuki Tsunoda. As Megan makes the milk call. Semi-skimmed! Just make sure she gets semi-skimmed. That's to 2% over there in America. As they come through.
The milkman needs to make a delivery.
Yeah, quickly. Coincidence actually, because next door.
Yeah.
Look at Norris trying to go for P9. Perez, it's drying up quickly. Fernando, box for tries, box for tries. Take the risk.
There's a lovely dry line
There
going
is.
up that hill.
Can Alonso thread that needle and be quicker? Would he risk it? He's got the gap to Ocon. He could do it. Yeah.
Still very wet. Oh, that was a massive slide out of Casino Square for Norris. It's still very wet though.
And if they're on inters, they can let them go down.
To slicks,
can't they?
that's a good point, actually. So we're on these tires to the end of the race. But what a Monaco Grand Prix it has been. Who said it's boring? Monaco has delivered one of the best races we've seen in ages. Oh, big snap. Sorry, kind of crushed there. Albon, big snap. Has he lost power? Who's that Perez through?
Perez, Hulkenberg and Magnussen have got are on wets, aren't they? So they would have to change.
I didn't notice. Yeah. Megan, tell me. Info. Now. Go. Have they got what we need?
Well, they're going to go out again.
Are they here?
No.
Gasly jumped the chicane. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, they can go to the little car around the corner. Perfect. Considering that the shop
Other
soon.
brands other co-ops are available.
Thank you. Yeah, other brands are available. I forgot about that. Oh yeah, we've got to take the labels off because, monetization now. I can't show brands, so.
But we're going to put it in little mug bottles.
I couldn't. We can't afford little glass bottles. I would have liked to, but
we could have just bought Coke bottles and then drank the Coke and then washed out the thing.
Megan, we've got 4.
Or you could just
use the 4
put
bottles.
some tape over the.
That's easy to take the label off. This is Gasly. This is Gasly locking up. He did not mean to miss the chicane.
Josh wants to say or.
Go on, Jake.
Or we could just use the
glass.
Use the container it comes with and just end this convo as we've got a black and white flag for Gasly.
Harsh.
End this convo with other brands are available.
Yeah,
Vote
perfect.
closes in 10 laps of driver of the day.
But for me personally,
F1.com/vote if you want to get in for that. Right now, Verstappen's winning on 16%, Alonso 15, Ocon 14. Do you know?
That isn't right.
You're right, Dad. That line is drying up so quickly. I'm very surprised that we're not seeing anyone diving in for slicks. Oh, hang on, what's this? That is Lando Norris going right round the outside of Yuki Tsunoda for 9th position. A friend of mine's just punched the air. Brilliant.
Hope that Verstappen goes in to put on some mediums and then has a long stop and then Fernando gets to take the lead and he just finishes the race in intermediates.
Tsunoda is closing in on the P22. He is closing in on the front here. Oh, Russell Radio! That's Piastri around the outside! Oh, Piastri's knocked up! And makes it in! I've just stood right up Lewis behind the gearbox. Piastri almost went into the wall at Sander Vaught.
Good for you. Remember, it's a race,
Sargent went really deep into Sander Vaught.
Yeah, I thought he did. Just further back. What are you looking at, Dad? I'm wearing my Penske mode. Oh, where's it gone? Oh, we did see it. I was just about to read it.
Alan Jr. signed Penske her hat.
Sector 7.
Is it Perez?
Where is it? Oh, no, it's De Vries. It's Yuki Tsunoda. He's just gone straight on. Brakes have failed.
Sucks.
Oh, brakes failed for Tsunoda. Can he get it back out? Yes, he can. Yellow flag. Oh, just scrape it. Yeah,
give him the marshals a show.
Well, who's behind him? He's got some time. Oh, it's going to be scary watching that with cars going through. Back to green flag. What? What happened? I looked away.
He almost went into George Russell.
So many people have gone into George Russell at the exit of Mirabo today. I'm not really surprised. So I think Tsunoda's going to be out of the race then if he's got brake failure at this track. Yeah. So Norris 9th, Piastri 10th. Good result for them coming up right now.
What you don't want to see is brake failures at the Nouveau Chicane, which we've seen before and it hasn't ended well.
That is true. Blue flag for Tsunoda. Oh, we need that.
When we had a helicopter shot yesterday, I remembered something about Monaco.
What?
The football stadium in Monaco is on the top floor of a of a shopping precinct.
Is it?
Yeah.
Don't know that. Keep getting really distracted because
the shops underneath, and on the top,
Sonoda.
it's the stadium.
There's the bleep.
There's the F word. And he's coming in. Sonoda's out of it. That's a shame. We got a battle between. Look at that. That's Gasly and Sainz over 7th place. And they've got 45 seconds to Norris and Piastri.
We should just be grateful that Leclerc.
You have to talk up, I can't hear you.
We should be grateful that Leclerc's still in 6th.
Yeah.
Good.
Sonoda stayed out.
He has, and he's dropped back in 3 positions. That's why he's gone straight on in turn number 1.
Verstappen.
Do you see anything other than an inter in these next 9 laps?
No.
So calm.
No.
He made the right calls, didn't he?
He did, Ted. He did indeed. So
That was like a lesson
Well, as
in
we said.
like astrology or something. Like,
Calmness.
do you see anything? Do you see anything, Max? Say no.
Like we said, though, the changing would only lose you time.
Yeah.
Because you can run down these inters.
Yellow. Gone green now. Flashed up. Go on.
Yeah, you can run down these inters to so that they look like slicks.
Yeah, they'll be fine. Bring it out. Well, this will be fine for the end of the race as they come up. What are you looking at, Megan?
Heat.
The heat from the monitor.
Yeah.
That's been on since 6 a.m.
Yeah, I can smell it. Feel it.
Yeah, you can feel it. You can't smell it.
I can smell it.
Okay.
I mean,
you're smelling the light.
I'm smelling both. I know what it is.
Josh?
Go on, Josh.
I mean, I would be quite worried if you could smell it, Megan.
Yeah,
I can.
Propping up
I know what it smells like.
Oh!
Okay, we'll have a look.
What is Verstappen's car made of? That's the 3rd time this weekend he's clipped the wall.
Maybe that's a sign you should change your tyres, mate. Because, you know, it's dry.
Nah, it's still into out there.
If it's dry enough.
It's still intermediate. I mean, I don't think we're going to have it. But from lights out to checkered flag, Max Verstappen has dominated the Monaco Grand Prix.
I think Max is getting his mojo back. He got so close to the wall just then.
He lost it?
Yeah, what's happening with that headset? Oh, it's Megan, that's wrong.
That's why he said no to the tyres.
Yeah.
Look who's got fastest lap, and no doubt that'll stay because the track's damp. Hamilton.
Yeah, 1:15.650. Blue flag for Magnussen. What a Grand Prix. I tell you what, though, it may be a Verstappen domination, but this is one of the most entertaining Monaco Grand Prix, even before the rain hit for a very long time, as Perez almost under pressure from Hulkenberg.
Are you okay?
I tell you what, Verstappen's coming to lap Perez for a 2nd time today.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, Perez is going to go 2 laps down at Monaco. Perez is about to go to our championship 2. Perez is about to be lapped for a 2nd time.
Hulkenberg is so nervous right now.
I'd just like to say goodbye to... And in the tunnel, goodbye Sergio Perez's contract. He's on full wets as well, by the way. As well as Hulkenberg.
Hello, Danny Wick.
Yeah, there's 3 of them on full wets.
Yeah, that's true. It's Magnussen on 2.
Perez, box.
Ooh, Perez, box.
Slicks. Well, why not?
They're
Use
trying to get that fastest lap off Hamilton.
That's true, yeah.
The waters, literally.
No, it won't matter. Because he won't be inside the top 10, so he won't get the bonus point.
Yeah,
Do you know what they are doing?
Yeah, but that would take it off Hamilton.
That's true. Omi, were you saying something?
That would be his 4th pit stop, and they're going back onto inters.
And in he comes. Well, I would have risked dries, to be fair.
This is Perez's 4th pit stop.
You got no points.
There must be something wrong with those tyres then.
Yeah. Red Bull are idiots.
Yeah, they must have had a pressure going down on one of them.
Oh, look, sorry. If you just look in the background, you can actually see Chris. Oh, look, that's David Coulthard.
DC.
Hang on a minute. That's David Coulthard. Why isn't he in the commentary box?
Because he is about to do the
interviews
afterwards, presumably.
Well, I guess we know who's doing the interviews. Yes.
Either him or Naomi, or
it must be
the French lad. What's the French lad called?
Laurent Duval.
Duval.
It must be David Coulthard then. Go on, next.
Finally.
Oh, shut up. Go on.
I was going to say that the reason why Red Bull are pitting Perez is because they're testing the waters, literally, to see whether they should put Verstappen on, since he would still have pit lane time.
Dries.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's on
he can get-
inters.
See if he can get the fastest lap.
I see what you mean.
That is the reasoning.
Sign. How long are we on these tyres now? 18 laps. Well, this has been a good Monaco Grand Prix. Perez will never be allowed to have all skills to beat Max in the championship.
And as pointed out on the chat, for all those Australians listening, Piastri is in 10th and that'll be a championship point for him.
It will, and that will be his.
I think, is it his first?
No, Australia. Got 4 points in Australia, it'll be his second lot.
Second lot of points.
Well, if you like, Beth, Australia now, if you're listening.
Bottas is 16 seconds behind him, isn't
he? Yes.
So he stands a good chance of actually keeping that position.
Yes, he is. 16 seconds back. Yeah. If the interval will tell us. Yes, he is. Gap between Piastri and Bottas is 16.025 seconds.
Has anyone noticed that one of the boats has a Ferrari on the front of it?
Yeah, no, I saw Ted's hat was in front of it. Did he do it? What was it? It's just a Ferrari F40. Is it real?
Yeah, it's real.
Oh, yeah.
It's just to promote the Ferrari brand. It's that boat that you can hire as a corporate, you know, for a few hours or a day.
Keep talking.
And, you know, it costs a cool £500,000 to hire it for the weekend.
There we go. Just getting your levels right, because the mic, for some reason, is dipping. Probably all the inputs trying to interrupt.
It's a great publicity stunt by them.
It is, yeah. I love. Oh, it's annoying offline, isn't it, right now? So the field has been lapped about twice. I'm gonna tell you what, Max Verstappen, he has dominated this race and he's dominating the season. He's on now. He won in Bahrain, won in Australia, won in America, now going to win in Monaco. I have a feeling, though, because we got Emilia Romagna cancelled, if Perez would have won there, so Max just carry on the every 2 races, he's the winner. But he's going to be our first back-to-back win of the year, and Red Bull are going to sweep the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 races. I know.
Well, I guess we're just winning the constructors this year.
Aston Martin, though, with that pit stop, just lost Fernando the race.
Yeah. Should have been immediate. If he went on Inters immediately, and with Verstappen hitting the wall as well, he would have had the lead.
Or even fall.
Is Megan annoying? Megan's now walking off. She's had enough. She's had enough. Off you go. She's had enough. She's lost it. Fernando not in. That's it.
Same here.
Yeah. I think she was only giving away some keys. Yes. I hope they have the milk. Sorry, I'm mute.
Given that they're home, I guess that is a yes.
Got milk?
Has got a lot of bottle. Ice cold milk.
I decided I'm going to start rewatching the 13 new Star Trek series.
Picard? Finally. You haven't seen season 2.
I know.
You watched all of season 3, but you never saw season 2.
I've seen 1 and 3.
To be fair, you don't need to watch season 1.
There it is.
Cute.
There's a picture of the football stadium on top of the shopping precinct.
I know what did our headphones. It's him. He's bleeped the mics. That's what's happened.
I have been telling you that he has been going red.
3 laps to go.
There.
3 laps to go.
Now you're too quiet. What is going on with this bus mixer today? I swear to God, this. Hang on a minute. There, reset
There's
it.
no wrong with the bus mixer.
It's our ears.
You what?
It's our ears because
I'm perfectly fine.
Maybe it's my ears, and I've had these on. I need these clean. Look, just look at my headset. Look. It's coming to pieces. Sorry, it's coming to pieces. This headset.
3 laps to go.
Verstappen.
Including this lap.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be Verstappen's. This is going to be his 39th career win, his 83rd podium in 169 Grand Prix starts. It's going to be his 2nd win in Monaco, his 4th win of the year, and this will be Max's first win since 2021, the last time he dominated.
Yuki Tsunoda there.
And that's Magnussen out.
Oh, it's Magnussen, was it?
What?
He's
Hang on.
dejected as well.
That happened last year. Do you remember? Schumacher crashed, and all of a sudden it cut to Magnussen in the pit lane, and we all went, oh, Magnussen's out. It's happened again. Happened again.
That looked pretty small for Kevin, didn't it?
Yes.
What?
Says he's in the pits.
That driver looked pretty small for Kevin. I was convinced it was Tsunoda.
The car doesn't feel right after that, so just want to bring home, alright?
Did he he just say
Yeah, Anthem, you're doing a really good job. You've got 3 laps remaining.
And he's got about...
Russell out 2 then, looks like, if he's going to be careful. Yeah, wait, that happened. Josh, do you remember that happened last year? We were talking, oh yeah, the red flag and all that. All of a sudden, bang, Magnussen's out.
Don't you think you two are milking it?
And Schumacher has crashed. Oh, Magnussen's out.
Came out of nowhere. Literally came out of nowhere.
He makes no fuss about it, does he?
No.
Do you know?
Go on.
It's lovely when you look at the special flag by Tom Holland.
Spider-Man.
Tom Holland.
Oh God. Look, yeah, it's Spider-Man. He's going to wave the checkered flag.
Yeah, I know who he is.
He's the one that makes the...
I know who he is!
Whenever he's doing the bed behind story on CBBCs, they get about 8 million viewers.
Whatever you do...
accidentally sent the template again on the race control message.
I thought I saw it go. Yeah, I thought I saw it go. Now, Tom, do not wave the flag now. That's all I ask. Do not wave it now, otherwise we're in a lot of trouble. You've got 1 to go.
That was that woman...
Winnie Harlow, wasn't it?
Winnie Harlow, yeah, the friend of Lewis.
Yeah.
And it wasn't her fault.
Oh no, this morning.
It wasn't her fault.
No, it wasn't. No. I was told by our colleague at Grid Network, Julia Truswick, as well, that after the Miami Grand Prix, it's rumoured that Lewis Hamilton is dating Shakira.
Yeah. Shakira.
Well,
Shakira, yeah.
I've heard
if they have kids,
that
they'll be interested.
Hips don't lie.
Oh, God.
They're just going to be dancing around the pit lane.
Well done to Josh for that one. Hips don't lie. That was quite good.
But Naomi...
If they had kids, they'd just be dancing around the pit lane.
But Naomi looks nothing like Shakira.
That's true. Okay, whatever. Anyway, time to wrap up this race and get it all sorted. This has been another domination for Max Verstappen. Led from lights out. He literally got pole position by the skin of his teeth. He's put in a flawless performance.
He has. It's been a brilliant performance.
Not even Tom Holland could spoil the results of this one. It was reading the stars. They were claiming Fernando for pole. Verstappen took it. Come rain or shine, all is his. Max Verstappen wins the Monaco Grand Prix in superb style. Fernando Alonso is 30 seconds back. He's in the Piscine chicane, but it's Red Bull who dominate the year. Fernando is going to be on the podium in Monaco for the first time in 11 years.
And Fernando's coming up to the line now, and he's officially second now. He should have been first if Aston Martin didn't mess up.
Yeah, but that's because there's something in the air tonight, Fernando, and it was rain.
But stand up and applaud Esteban Ocon, who finishes third at his technically home Grand Prix with no French Grand Prix on the calendar. Ocon, a podium in France. Hamilton is fourth. Russell fifth. Now this is crucial. Does Russell stay fifth? He has a 5-second time penalty, but Leclerc's under pressure from Gasly and Sainz. Russell's fifth. Leclerc sixth. Gasly seventh. Norris eighth. Piastri ninth. Norris ninth. Piastri 10th. Double points to light for McLaren.
You are stretching it, saying that it's Ocon's home Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Because Ocon is from northern France. Paul Ricard's nearer him.
That is the second time Charles Leclerc's finished the Monaco Grand Prix.
Just outside here.
But he started sixth, he finished sixth.
At least he didn't finish in a wall.
Can I just point out the top three finished where they were?
He's giving it away now.
Well done, mate.
Very lovely, that. That was a real Monaco.
Never sounds so
quite difficult there in the wet, but quite enjoyable as well. Thank you, guys. That was a really well executed race, I think.
We had no safety car in that race.
I'm going, that is the first in a long time.
And it took 1 hour 54 minutes to complete.
Never had a Dutchman sound so British.
It's about an hour and 50 minutes.
Yeah, okay, thanks, Goldie. An hour and 50 minutes. No safety car. No virtual safety car and a rainstorm.
Can I be controversial with my driver of the day?
Yeah, go on.
Right. Ocon.
Oh no.
Ocon. No, I'll go with that, to be fair. Hang on.
That's not controversial.
Guys, didn't
Well,
Verstappen...
it was, because I'm nearly going to say Verstappen, and for me, that would be controversial.
Didn't Verstappen do 23 laps on those tyres?
Yeah.
How well do Red Bull take care of their tyres?
He's got a nail in it.
Oh, he does? There's a nail in it, look.
Oh, that, a few more laps could lead to a puncture.
Yeah, I could have. Okay, well...
That is unusual. Where did that come from?
That is unusual. Right, okay, well, we'll let Ian Birch go now. Any closing words from the race?
Can't you let me go now?
I'll be back next year.
Yeah,
hopefully.
Right, I'll see you in Silverstone. Bye-bye.
Next year.
Yeah, bye-bye. See you in Silverstone. As we come over as well. Yeah. Let him get out. Let's hope he can get... Are you all right? Yeah, all good. I just want to be sure. The celebrations begin here at Red Bull. If you can help him, Megan, that would be very much appreciated.
How?
Just help. Just make sure the chair will go back on him. He's okay getting up. Yep, all is fine. Lovely. Right, let's get rid of this chair over here. Megan comes in here. See you later. Take care. Bye-bye. See you. Megan's here with me now up in the comms box, as well as Josh and Naomi. And, well then, Megs, as OBS decides to have a little bit of a paddy on us, which it has been on the last couple of laps, so apologies for that. What about Sainz's penalty? Keeps him 8th, so yeah, hasn't changed on that much as well. I think Megan, Fernando being in P, what was it, 2, that was close. It should have been really top dollar bill, shouldn't it?
The team shouldn't have been so stupid to think, do you know what, in this pouring down rain, let's put him on mediums because I bet it's going to clear up soon. No, you're idiots!
You're really bitter about that, aren't you?
Yes, because it's never Fernando's fault, it's always their fault!
We're going to start our IndyCar coverage at 4:15 as well, as Ocon is the driver of the day! And a big cheer from the French outfit there as well.
People seem to love Ocon more than they love the other two.
To be fair, I think he deserves it today. Mighty good performance, mighty good. As they come through. Let's hear David Coulthard with the top 3.
They're down on the grid with David Coulthard.
Max Verstappen, your second victory around the streets of Monte Carlo, your 39th victory in total. It looked like dominance, but that was not an easy race today.
No, it was quite a difficult one because we were on the medium initially, and of course Fernando was on the hard tires, so we didn't want to go that long, but we had to stay out. The rain was coming, so we didn't know really what was going on, and yeah, the tires were graining, and then took a few laps to get through that graining phase, and then the pace picked up a little bit, but it was still very tricky to drive. Then it started to rain lap by lap, bit more. So at one point, of course, we had to make the call to go into the inters, but yeah, it was incredibly slippery. When you are that far in the lead, you don't want to push too hard, but also you don't want to lose too much time. So it's quite difficult, you know, in that scenario. Clipped the walls a few times, but it was super difficult out there. But yeah, that's Monaco.
It is Monaco indeed. Well, you see, you clipped the wall. It looked like you were trying to run down the barrier between Portier 1 and Portier 2 before entering the tunnel. That must have been a heart-in-the-mouth moment.
Yeah, I locked the rears and I couldn't get out of it, so I was just trying to control it with a bit of drifting. But luckily, the wall, in a way, stopped it from sliding even more, of course.
How important is this victory here in Monaco? We talk about it being the jewel in the crown of the Grand Prix season.
Yeah, it's super nice to win it. It's also super nice to win it, I think, in the way we did today with the weather and everything, to stay calm and yeah, bring it home. And yeah, again, a lot of points for the team as well, so that's great.
Further extending your lead in the World Championship.
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah, excellent. Maxwell, go and enjoy the podium ceremony. And as he wanders off, we can see him with Dr. Helmut Marko, Fernando Alonso. Your 5th podium in 6 races. You are Mr. Consistent this year. We thought that you were really going to try and get around Max into turn 1, but you stayed true to your word. You just focused on consolidating that 2nd place in really difficult conditions.
Yeah, it was difficult. Also, we opted to start on the hard tires, so we gave up a little bit the possibility into turn 1 due to the short run, and we thought to play a long game with the strategy, but Max drove super well on the medium tires and stand that first stint, so we didn't have any chance, and then at the end the rain put things a little bit complicated out there, and it was not easy to drive around.
Well, you're one of the most experienced Grand Prix drivers out there. You are the most experienced Grand Prix driver out there. Tell us, put us in the cockpit, those sorts of conditions. You know, I remember doing a warm-up here where I couldn't get full power around the lap.
just
exactly,
how difficult.
Exactly. Not full power around the lap. Braking was extremely fragile into 10.5, into 10.10. So yeah, it was not easy, and I was surprised that there was no safety cars, no incidents. So I think everyone was doing an amazing job today to keep the cars on track.
Yeah, absolutely. A very disciplined race from everyone. Congratulations, another podium.
Thank you, thank you.
And then we have our third place finisher here, Esteban Ocon. What a timely moment for you to have your third podium in what is the 50th race for Alpine. You drove beautifully all weekend in incredibly difficult conditions. Where has this turn of form come from?
Esti Besti's on the podium, baby! Yeah, I mean, we've done it. It was a superb weekend from everyone at the team, you know, from the first day from the simulator to really all the practice session. We improved the car from beginning to end, and yeah, we didn't make a wrong foot any time. Even when we put the Inter tires, it was the perfect lap to do so. And yeah, I'm just enjoying the moment now. It's been a while since I've been on the podium, and I hope this is the first of many.
We heard from Max Verstappen that he touched the wall a few times. We saw him ride the barrier between the portiers. Did you have any contact during the Grand Prix?
I've touched the wall enough yesterday. I didn't have today, so yeah, gives less of a heart attack to the team.
Okay, well, you're now going to go and touch the trophy on the podium. Enjoy the moment.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure.
An amazing performance out there today. The Royal Band of Monaco standing by to give everybody their opinions on their playing of trumpets and basses. Omi, let's get your thoughts on that session as well. What did you make of it from the pit lane? Great work in the pits, by the way, with Josh up in the box. It's always going to be tricky having 4 commentators plus a pit reporter. I didn't want to negate Josh anyway, but how did you enjoy it out there in the pits?
Loved the race, and as it's Monaco, it was a really, really great race, and I love the wet. I love the dry to wet in the middle. And it was really, really, and even though Verstappen dominated, it was such a good race across the field. A lot happened, and it's kind of like we never got bored once again. It's a great race. I really enjoyed it.
Let's see the championship. Look at that. Whew. Verstappen 144 points, Perez on 105. Now, I'm no mathematician, but that would be, what, 38 points? Thinking about it, maybe 30. Is it 39? What's the points gap there, Josh? Or Omi, whoever can quickly work that out.
39.
39, okay. And you also changed from blue to orange, I see.
Yes,
Hang on.
McLaren vibe.
There you go. Dear Nat, if our data screen wants to change over, he's got it. There we go.
This is in prep for the Indy 500.
Oh, I see. Ready for that as well, yeah. I know what's causing our YouTube stream to glitch, by the way, everyone, and you're not going to like it. It's a bloody McAfee thing. That won't go away. That popped up on the last lap, and it won't go away. But anyway, it's time for the podium celebrate. We're going to stay off cameras. Cameras are causing problems as well. So I'll try and get it sorted. Esteban Ocon finishes in 3rd position. Here, it's podium number 3 of his F1 career. A mighty, mighty performance, can be said. Upright Fossil, Ocon, pure class. I second that. I'd even go so far as to 3rd it.
I 3rd that.
Yeah, see? Omi might 4th it. Anyway, the trophies should be now played. Oh, Verstappen now. Has that just saved his job as well? Prince Albert II of Monaco will now present the race winner's trophy. His Serene Highness Prince Albert II of Monaco, Max Verstappen, is a 2-time winner on the streets of Monaco. A fantastic, amazing performance with sheer class and determination. And the winner's medal, presented by Mohammed bin Sulayem, the FIM president. And in 2nd position, it's Fernando Alonso, who takes podium 103 of his career and his first 2nd place of 2023. Esteban Ocon will will take third place here in Monaco. The French driver and a French team at a South France race in Monaco in their 50th race. Oh, my Fossil says, yep, I'm on the call for the 500, but not for the Charlotte 600. And now, the Constructors' Trophy presented by Michael Boen, as the national anthem has started early. Oh, well, they've done something, Monaco. The national anthem for Max Verstappen has started early. And now the Austrian national anthem for Red Bull. Amazing atmosphere ringing around the streets of the Principality here in Monte Carlo. Everyone will get together now as we're back on campus. The problem has been fixed. The trophy with Mohammed bin Sulayem as well as the Royal, His Royal Highness as well, Serene Highness, Prince Albert II. Lovely camaraderie on the podium there as well. And now, as the dignitaries will leave the podium, a special box of Moet champagne alongside the Ferrari. It's champagne time! Max Verstappen brilliantly wins the Monaco Grand Prix in the best fashion. Come rain or shine, the day belonged to him. Pinch me. Are we in the Verstappen era yet? 110% around the streets of Monaco. Fernando Alonso had a shot to win. A botched tyre strategy call cost him, but he's still on the podium. Esteban Ocon will celebrate long into the night. Who says Monaco is boring? 2023 has delivered one of the greatest Monaco Grand Prix in history. Let's take a look at the results then, as the Spanish Grand Prix is next. It's Max Verstappen who wins here in Monaco, with Fernando Alonso second, Esteban Ocon is third, Lewis Hamilton fourth, George Russell fifth, Charles Leclerc is sixth, Pierre Gasly seventh, Carlos Sainz is eighth, lapped Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri but get the last points as well. Then we get Bottas going in 11th, De Vries is 12th, Zhou is 13th, Albon 14th, Tsunoda 15th, 2 laps down, the same as Sergio Perez, 2 laps down at the race weekend from hell for the second time, and guess who was in the paddock with Danny Ricciardo. Then we get Nico Hülkenberg in 17th, Sargent was 18th, Magnussen was out of the race, and so was Lance Stroll. Okay, let's bring up as well with Josh and Omi in there to wrap up as we get ready to head over to the Indy 500. Starting with you, Josh, what did you make of the Monaco Grand Prix? I certainly thought it was one of the best we've had in years.
Yeah, it was definitely a really, really good Monaco Grand Prix. Hopefully we'll have a good Indy 500. The green flag for that, by the way, is 5:45 in the UK, I believe 6:45 in Europe, and 12:45 over there Eastern time, but I believe we're live from 16:15, or is it 16:30 now?
16:30, yeah, because I've got to get dressed and everything and set up, so half past the hours in about 20 minutes as well. Omi, you'll be in the pit lane for that, but what have you made from this one as we look forward to Indy as well?
An absolute great race here around Monaco. The rain really helping us, and that's kind of the race. This is kind of the race where I wanted, where it just gives us excitement but doesn't delay anything. So absolutely enjoyed it. A great Monaco Grand Prix, and yeah, it was great. And hopefully Spain and the other few races coming up will also be good as well. But Monaco, for everyone, definitely did deliver with all of the weather. And even without the weather, we were getting some more moves than, for example, last year or any other year. So really enjoyed this year, and I really hope the season gets better. And I really hope that we have Aston Martin or Ferrari or Mercedes, someone able to challenge Red Bull, because we've been having a lot of scraps in the midfield, but we just need one at the top.
My thanks to Josh, my thanks to Omi, my thanks to Ian Birch and Megan Birch. Well, we've seen the Monaco Grand Prix. The 80th running has been an all-time classic. What's going to happen in the 107th running of the Indy 500? We've gone from the land of glitz, glamour and champagne. Now we go to the land of bricks and milk. The Indy 500 is next. From us all here in Monaco, thanks for your company. Tune in shortly for the fantastic, the greatest spectacle in racing, the Indy 500. Monaco did not disappoint. What will Indy bring? See you soon. Bye-bye.